Good evening. Good evening and welcome to 2024 and a happy broadcast avalanche to you all. The show where 6 comedians and 1 well-adjusted, mentally well-controlled person digest, analyse and poke fun of the news in a format that I think might catch on, honestly. Maybe they'll try this format on telly one of these days. Anything's possible on this crazy little planet we call Earth. I am your host, Jonny Collins, and I look like what I am, a recovering goth intellectual fully embracing the emo bimbo I was always destined to be. E-mimbo, if you will. In the news this month, provisional data released by the Met Office indicates that 2023 was the second warmest year on record in the UK behind 2022. Good news, we fixed global warming, guys. Thanks, Rishi. Weather alerts, including 2 amber warnings, were issued for the entirety of the UK as Storm Isha brings winds of up to 99 miles per hour, which does sound like a lot, but programmers have suggested that the display only has 2 digits, so if we just go 1 extra mile an hour, it'll overflow and go into negative and we'll be fine. That's not how overflows work, but fuck off. Halifax, the UK's largest moneylender, has cut its mortgage rates by almost 1%, with other banks and lenders following, which is great news, and why also rent across the country has gone down by negative 9.2%. It's gone up by 9.2%. The housing industry is fucking wonderful. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak says that his working assumption is that the general election will take place in the second half of this year. He's the fucking Prime Minister. He is in control of this. That's like me saying my working assumption is my next fart will take part in the second part of this stream. I'm literally the only one who can control that. Stop being coy and just call the election, you little cock tease.
Yes,
Rishi Sunak a cock tease. Fucking hell. Happy New Year, everyone. In the wake of the Post Office Horizon IT scandal, former Post Office Chief Executive Paula Venables announced that she will hand back her CBE after more than 1 million people signed a petition calling for her to do so, ironically leaving her with a much better hand in Scrabble. Research conducted by the BBC has concluded that most NHS targets have been missed for the past 7 years. No shit. Glad to know that your TV licence funds are being put to good research use. Mind you, maybe that's not accurate to say that the Tories have missed their NHS targets, as to miss a target, that kind of implies that you are actually aiming for it. In other fun government news, the government has defended spending £27,000 replenishing its wine cellar during the COVID-19 pandemic. £27,000. That was the cost of my entire degree. Just imagine what that money could have done for just one struggling student. Think how much wine that student could have drunk. But no, the Tories don't think about anyone but themselves. And also, they'd be buying much cheaper wine, so they'd be having more of it, which is, the economic force that we need in this country today. Aren't things fun? Lee Anderson, that old geezer, resigned his position as deputy chairman of the Conservative Party after saying that he would back rebel amendments on the Rwanda bill. He then didn't do that because allegedly Labour MPs were apparently giggling at him for doing so. Incredible. How thin-skinned do you have to be to change your entire political position on an issue because you're getting bullied by Labour MPs? Oh, did Keir Starmer make fun of you for accidentally calling the speaker dad? Oh, and I feel really bad for you that Angela Rayner stolen your lunch money to buy cigarettes. What a fucking champion he is. The UK has agreed to lend several pieces of the Ghana crown jewels back to Ghana 150 years after looting them from Ghana. Yes, you heard that right, lend. I'm sorry that someone broke into your house and stole your laptop, but don't worry, I've actually just acquired a spare one, ironically exactly the same model that you just lost. I'll let you borrow that till you get a new one. Yes, it does have all your files and logins still saved on it. What a coincidence. You're welcome. The UK government has stopped suspending universal credit claims flagged up as suspicious by an artificial intelligence fraud detector, just as well really as the artificial intelligence reportedly flagged up literally every universal credit claim as suspicious, as none of them had enough fingers. And finally, Downing Street have ruled out a return to military conscription, probably for the best. I mean, they've seen the memes our generation share on social media. None of us of conscription age are going to try that hard to stay alive in a life or death situation. And speaking of conscription, nobody wants to do online gigs anymore, so we've taken a leaf out of their book, and none of these comedians had a choice to be here today. Let's meet them. Please welcome our government-mandated team captains, Bobbie Jones and Katie Mitchell.
Hi.
And on Bobbie's team, I had a joke about one of these people going to Cambridge and the other one once coming on a bridge, but the person who went to Cambridge isn't here, so thanks for ruining that, Ava. And it's Lorien from QUENBY, HARLEY. And on Katie's team, one's really good at making worms kill each other, and the other one is also really good at making worms kill each other, but in a video game. It's Ian Lane and JONO Murray. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the show. Hope you're doing well. Bobbie, how are you doing? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year
Happy
to you
New
as
Year.
well. It feels like only 30 days since we were last doing this.
Do you know what? I think it might. Or was it 31? I don't know. It's impossible to tell.
I don't know. Number is irrelevant. Time is forever. Yes.
Would you like to describe your appearance for everyone here tonight?
No, actually I will. I look like the living embodiment of that really fancy teapot that your nan never uses, but she just keeps locked in a cupboard. But no, to be serious, because I never take this seriously and I need people to know what I look like. I'm very pale. I've got blonde hair, I've got glasses, I've got a galaxy light in the background and a Princess Mononoke poster because I need everyone to know that I'm different. So that's me. Thank you.
Amazing. Thanks very much. Yeah, it's not been long since we last saw you. I put your Bobbie socials in the chats. If perchance there's anyone here who wasn't already familiar with Bobbie, even though it's usually the same 12 people watching this. If there is anyone new, welcome. I'm glad
exactly.
You're here. Have you got any fun shows or anything coming up that you'd like to talk about?
I actually do. I'm just really shit at promoting myself. I'm doing a gig in Middlesbrough on Friday. I think it's called the Toft House or the Toll House. I don't know. It's run by Epi Brilliant. She's brilliant, hence her surname. So yes, don't tell her that I forgot the name of the gig. And I'm doing Excess Malarkey on the 7th of May.
Oh, nice.
So that's exciting.
Nice.
And so far, that's all that's in the calendar. I'd say I've been too busy to apply for gigs, and that's not the full truth, but we're not going to go into it.
No, you've been too busy being charged for a Pilates subscription you didn't want.
Yeah, well, don't give away the joke just yet, Jonny, because
that
might come
up
later in the show.
It's not giving away a joke, it's foreshadowing. We're fine.
Speaking of things that I was tempted to buy during a moment of weakness when I was online, this arrived today. It's pheromone perfume. Okay. That was advertised on TikTok, and it's meant to make men drawn to you. And I've been wearing it for an hour and no men so far. So I don't think it works very well. I am in a locked bedroom, but that shouldn't deter them. They should. So
we all know men have super smelling ability, so they should be able to know.
Exactly.
And,
I mean, if it contains real pheromones, I might start growing even more hair on my face than normal very soon. We'll see what happens.
Fab. Fantastic. We are not sponsored by this product. If we were, I think they would refuse to pay us.
Don't buy it. It was 20 quid and it took 3 weeks to arrive.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh, that's 3 menless weeks and more.
Well, I
menless
would
weeks
say that because I want all the men for myself.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay.
Not that the perfume works, but if it does, I want them all for myself.
Okay, so no one else should buy it. Gotcha. Brilliant. Thanks very much for coming on the show, Bobbie. I'm also joined by Katie Mitchell. Katie, how are you doing? Happy New Year.
Hi. I'm all right. How are you?
Good. Yeah, I'm doing fine. Would you like to describe your appearance for us today?
Yeah, I am I'm a pale lady with long black hair, with like black dangly bits near my face, and because I normally have it back combed, it needs to be shorter on the top. And when I was in school, someone once said that I had Severus Snape hair, and it's been an insecurity that has been with me ever since.
Oh no.
So there's that, except I've got more makeup on than Severus Snape normally. It is purple today.
Hey.
But it's far away, so you can't tell. It just looks like some little black rectangles. And I've got pink jumper, and I'm in a flat. It's nice.
Fab. I think that's enough information. Brilliant. Thanks very much.
Yeah, you can see the upper corner of a painting. What I did. There's things on the walls. There's a sad-looking plant that is in rehab. It's classic.
Classic. Right, well, Katie has got a Leicester show coming up, which I'll let her tell you about, but the link for that, if anyone's going to the Leicester Comedy Festival and are free on February the 17th, you can book tickets to that now via the link in Twitch. Do you want to tell us a bit about that show coming up?
Yes, so it's my second solo show, Wretched. It is the first non-whip version of it.
Oh.
So if you've seen it before, it's going to be way different because it's been way different every whip, but now I've got to actually get it fucking done off page. My clarinet, I've replaced the reed so it won't make a weird beep anymore like it did in the last show. It's called Wretched. It's a show about shame and just being a bit sad. It's live scored by a clarinet. It's very goth and it's got Winston Churchill in it. It's very good, and I look right cool on it. Look, there I am.
That does look very cool. Yeah, you should definitely book tickets to that. Ticket link is in the description below. You've also given me a link to. I know you've been doing some stuff with Wormhole Comedy in a minute. Do you want to tell us a bit about that as well?
Yeah, so I'm on the founding committee, but not in any material way. They've got a separate chat grouped off for the Wormhole creative and Wormhole actually functioning, and I'm not in that one. So I feel weird about saying founder member, but I'm part of the gang. And they're kind of going for an ACMS. Yeah, they're going for like an ACMS-esque kind of thing. And I've got a show. The next show for them is Weird Nature, and that's in Nottingham at Side Door Studios, which is in Hungry Ghosts Cafe, and it's really good. It's Weird Nature themed, and then our Clocks and Towers themed show at Leicester Comedy Festival, headlining Nate Kitch, is on the 12th of February. And me and Lee Kennedy are hosting that one, and it's going to be spooky. So if anyone's about for that, that would be very nice.
Yeah, sounds really fun.
And Weird Nature is being hosted by is headlined by Jane Edwards, and that's on the 5th of February.
Jane Edwards,
I know Rosanna, who books it's got amazing taste.
Yes. Good. Well, that should be reason enough to go to that if you're in the area. So the Instagram, the Wormhole's Instagram is in the chat as well, so you can go give them a follow, keep up with all the wonderful things they're doing. Thanks very much for coming on the show, KT. And we had a last minute Laura step in, so thanks very much, Laura, for joining the stream. How are you doing this fine evening?
I'm fine. Just let me change my online name here to Last Minute Laura because I prefer that to one of the Laura's. Thank you. Last Minute Laura, I will take that. Thank you. Minutes Laura. There we go. Good.
I'll be honest. I don't think we can actually see that here on the stream the way it's set up, but I appreciate it nonetheless.
No. But it means that I'm going to look at it and I'm going to find it amusing. And as always, all of my jokes are only for me. It's fine.
Perfect. Would you like to describe your appearance for us all here tonight?
Yeah, of course I will. As always, I'm wearing glasses because without the glasses, I cannot see. So they are required.
Thanks for that.
Well done, Johnny. I'm wearing a hat today adorned with mushrooms, but I do also have a duck hat because I've got a bunch of hats for Christmas as a duck hat.
Oh, that's really cute. Yeah. I love that.
Everybody loves a duck hat. Oh my god! Should I just get all my hats out? Because
it's just. I got. This is now just Blizzard Comedy's hat show and tell. Fuck it. Well, it's much more fun.
Fine. I got this one, which is kind of.
Oh, that's really cool.
Obviously, I've got green screen on right now, so it's like imagine that was green.
Cooper.
Cooper, that isn't it? It's a good one. That one.
Yeah.
A good friend Jen, that one. But yeah, other than that, there's some hair going on. There's a face. I'm wearing a T-shirt for the kids' TV show with the second best TV theme of all time, which is the family next right now. I'm wearing that. There's a bunch of DVDs behind me because I haven't bothered sticking a background up this time. I don't know what any of them are. I got them all from a charity shop. I've watched maybe 3% of the DVDs behind me.
Amazing.
I don't tend to watch films.
Yeah,
but I
same.
have a big collection of films because I guess I'm a bit of a poser.
Yeah,
And I like people to come around and say, "Oh, look at all of your films," and I'm like, "What are you doing in my house?" And
yeah, exactly the same. I've actually recently just like cleared out a bunch of them because I've decided that I'm not gonna watch them. I was fooling myself to think I ever would, and they've probably somehow gone down in value since I bought them from CEX. Even though
we went to charity shop, which was like 10 for £1 just up the road, and it closed during COVID. But I just got a load of them, thinking one day I'll be forced to stay at home for a whole year, and I'll have all the time in the world to watch these, and it never happened.
No, it never happened. It's weird how much that has never happened. Good stuff. Right, you can follow Laura's Twitch in the chat. We've linked that. Have you got anything specific coming up? Noting of the fact that you're actually doing a show with us in 6 days as well.
Right?
I'll put it.
And then the same show will be at Leicester Comedy Festival on the 16th of February with somebody.
Some guy.
Somebody. And then my solo on the 17th as well. 2 shows because I'm greedy. and I've literally got 19 days to write one of them.
Fantastic, good stuff. So Laura and we'll move on to this in a minute. But yeah, Laura and Ian Lane are doing a preview of one of.
That's his name. Yeah,
that is his name. Doing a preview with us on Sunday. This was going to be last week, but it's actually convenient that it was delayed because now we can plug it here as well because there are still some tickets available. So yeah, they are. In fact, I'll let you explain it because I will butcher it. But first of all, I'm going to welcome Ian to the show. Ian, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm good. I have a voucher for £75 off wine.
Oh, nice. That's good.
But I haven't actually redeemed it, so unfortunately, you will not reap the benefits of that this evening.
£75 wine, Ian.
Yeah. It didn't even no one sent me it or anything. It just came with like a phone. So do we all have to be drunk to use phones now? I don't know. Anyway,
you don't have to, but it helps. Someone play like a groovy bass line there, and then we can transition to the next scene. Do you want to describe your appearance for anyone who might need that?
Mark Ruffalo, next.
Perfect. Good. Very snappy. Good.
I have a.
I enjoy that you're committed to speed running this show as well. That's just how much. Get to the end of it as quick as possible. We're gonna be done by 8 at this rate. 6 minutes.
Oh, just basic bitch white man. What can I say? I've got a London Underground plushie behind me as well, which it turns out it's actually a voodoo doll. So if you ever encounter any delays on the district line, apologies for that. That was me punching it after I failed a worm speed run. So. Yeah, so sorry about that, gang. I've ruined so many commutes in my time here.
Also, thank you, Major Disaster, for your first-time chat. Oh, it's you. What a way to introduce yourself. Thanks very much for joining.
It's pretty much how everyone I know responds to me. It's fine. If someone's excited to see me, I have to cut them out of my friend group. Because it's just too difficult to deal with.
Yeah, no, understandable. Also, Fishface60 says was fun to see you commentating GDQ, which that's the thing you did as well.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I did a commentary for someone else's Worms run. I did. There's a guy called Mablack who is the best Worms player in the world because he has more time and skills and a better laptop. But he was doing a run of Worms Reloaded there, and I grit my teeth and watched an inferior Worms game, took some notes, and spouted what I'd learned over the top of it. So
fantastic.
It was fairly successful.
I imagine if that's not already on the GDQ YouTube channel, that will be soon. If anyone missed that,
it is already.
It is fantastic. Good stuff. I'll find a link for that and put that in the chat during the break. But yes, so you and Laura are doing a show with us on Sunday. I will let you tell us all about that because it sounds incredible, and I will butcher it if I try and describe it. So tell us about your show on Sunday and why people should come.
Yeah, so Laura is the world's 15th best Mario speedrunner. And what's happening is, in order to bring her up to rank number 14, I'm actively coaching her through Mario. She's going to be doing a special Mario boot camp this Sunday in Manchester, and also on the 16th of February. She's going to be playing a Mario randomizer as quickly as possible. It will change Mario games every 2 seconds, and her job is to complete every single one of them.
20! Fucking 20!
Somewhere between...
You know it's not 2!
Somewhere between 2 and 20.
Don't entice people with my game!
Yeah. Well, listen, if you donate more to us, we can shrink it. But basically, like... And I'm going to be doing my best to coach Laura in the right direction by talking about the good old days and just how bad it can go if you don't study at school. So yeah, go check that out. It's a brand new form of comedy. Might be the last time you ever see it, but like we're very proud of.
We will be making history. Whatever happens, it will be historic.
Yes, exactly. So
it's either the first or the last time, or the first and penultimate time. Let's be honest.
Yeah, and even if it does catch on, Nintendo's going to sue us anyway. So,
yeah.
Which is the best part.
Yeah.
So if you want to prepare them for Nintendo's lawsuit, you can book your free tickets to that on Sunday.
And also, I'm doing a solo show on the 10th at Leicester Comedy Festival.
Fab, yes.
So
good stuff. So the tickets to the preview of Blizzard can be found on our Outside, which I've put in the chat. The tickets to Leicester cannot be found there. I will add them during the break. But you can't book Leicester tickets through us, unfortunately.
I've broken the website with the title of my
I saw
show.
it. It just goes completely off the... Amazing.
Yeah. If you want to see how bad Leicester Comedy Festival is, just go to the website and see how they don't understand how text rap works. Anyway,
in fact, I'm gonna find this now to put it in the chat so people can see that. Okay, I decided to Google Ian Lane Leicester, and what I got was Ian Lane researcher who works for Exiad.
I love that guy. we shared a coffee once. Would have been nice if he paid for me to have one as well, but you know.
Oh, yep, here's the one. Right, let's pop that in the chat so people can see what's that. You can see it through the URL as well. Amazing. Okay, thanks very much for coming on the show. Right, we're also joined by QUENBY HARLEY, who's been waiting very patiently to be introduced. QUENBY, how are you doing? It's been a while. How are you?
Oh, bad. January's a terrible month, and I'm not enjoying 2024. I started a food blog, and then like a week later had major dental surgery, and that's kind of like summed up how my year's gone so far. So yeah. Any questions or just?
Can you also start like a Tory fan blog, and then hopefully that will work?
Oh God!
You'll only have to do it for a week. It's fine.
Is that why Liz Truss didn't last long? Because someone started the cabbage thing. It was some kind of like voodoo that drove her out. Cool.
She was starting a new speedrun category, and she did. She did. She wasn't even the first, actually. She was like second, I think. So she's not even the best at being bad. Good. Anyway, would you like to describe your appearance for all the lovely people here today?
So if you picture Miss Piggy from the Muppets railing the shit out of Fozzie Bear while Statler and Waldorf heckle from the sidelines, that's not physically what I look like, but if like you can picture my soul, that's kind of the vibes. Physically, I'm a fat, white, non-binary person. I need a shave, so I currently look like if you got an egg and like rolled it through like the stubble after you've just shaved. That's just this sort of a rim around the circumference of too much hair. Yeah, that's me. Hello.
Beautiful. Thanks very much for coming on the show. I'll put your I mean, I don't even know what socials you're on anymore. I've got your Instagram. I don't know if you use any others, but that's the one I put in the chat.
I'm vaguely on Twitter and Instagram.
Oh yeah. I mean, like I basically refuse to put any Twitter links in now just because I'm spiteful. So you can follow Quenby on Instagram. You don't really do much in the way of stand up anymore, but have you got any other fun projects and stuff coming up? Unless you've started doing stand up again recently, in which case I'm sorry, that was very bitchy of me.
No, I've not started doing stand up again.
Oh,
thanks for bringing up that sore spot. I've started a food blog. There's not much on it because I lost my ability to eat solid food shortly after starting it. And I still do. Yeah, I still do improv comedy at Run Riot Comedy, our January, which is the third Sunday of every month. We are on Twitter and I believe Facebook. That's going great. Last time our entire audience went out for a cigarette and never came back.
Oh, I've been there.
That is the correct reaction to improv, to be fair.
Thank you so much. I feel so supported. I'm really glad I'm here.
You're very welcome. Well, that's why you do it over Twitch, because people, for some reason, stay logged on even if they're not paying attention. So it looks like we have people watching, even if we don't. But good. Thanks very much for coming on.
Yeah, it's like a relaxed performance, isn't it? They call it in the arts.
Yeah. Very, very relaxed. And we also just got 2 more viewers. So you're welcome for slacking off improv, I guess. I guess that's the content that we're wanting to, really wanting at the minute. Cool. Thanks very much for coming on the show. And last but not least, we got Jono Murray. Jono, how are you doing, my friend?
Yeah, not bad. How are you, Johnny?
Yeah, I'm doing. I will echo Quenby's sentiments that it is 2024 and I hate it. Apart from that, I'm all right. Yeah. Would you like to describe your appearance for us here tonight?
Yeah. Well, I want to bring it back to the hat thing before. I found it. Look, it's a penis hat.
Oh.
Put it on, so I look like a normal person, and now I look like my true self. This is bisexual male, horny, violent, exist.
That is the bisexual male uniform. If he's not wearing one of those hats, he's a fake bi.
That's it. I can pass as straight, and I put this in. You go, "Oh, that guy likes dick." But other than that, look wise, I just look like insecure, shy, but then not shy. Because I've got the confidence of someone who should be much more attractive than I am. I am currently in a bit of pain because I got fucking filled in last night. I can tell that story later.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Other than that, just vibing.
Just vibing. Fab. Thanks very much for coming on the show. I don't know if you're actually on any social medias, but I have linked to Austerity Dogs on Bandcamp, who is the brilliant band that Jono is in. Have you got any cool things coming up with the band, or with anything else you want to share with us?
Yeah. We've just released some. So we got in trouble because we were meant to release songs a couple of weeks back, but we just couldn't be asked. One of them was called "Sorry We're Late," to try and mend any relationship.
Oh, I saw that. Amazing.
But then, we've got a gig on the 14th of February. Valentine's Day, isn't it?
Oh, beautiful.
So if you want to take your loved one to a venue so I can scream about gentrification at them.
Yeah.
And get into a mosh pit and watch me get webbed by a goth.
Quenby, you can use this as an experiment on another one of your partners.
I mean, my boyfriend's birthday is on Valentine's Day, so it can double up as like a Valentine's Day and birthday treat. So.
Sorted. Yeah.
Right.
Fantastic. Oh, good stuff. Go check them out. Austerity Dogs are on all major streaming platforms, as far as I'm aware, and their Bandcamp is linked in the description if you want to buy their EPs, which you should, because they're very good. Awesome. Okay, we are 5 minutes overrunning. That's pretty good for 2024. Well, I mean, this is our first show of 2024. It is bang on average for 2024. But it's a good start, so we can crack on with the actual show now. If I can remember what the fuck the first round is. Oh, yeah, it's that one. Okay, fucking hell. There we are. Our first round is called Fake News, which is a relief because I'm so tired of the real shit 4 years into this increasingly tedious format. Each team will be receiving 3 headlines, 2 of them real, 1 of them fake. I'm going to stress that because someone always gets confused. Last time it was me.
Johnny, you know what you set
2 of them are
yourself
real.
up for,
Yeah. 2 of them real, 1 of them are fake. And they have to correctly identify the fake news story, and if they do, they will receive points, and if they don't, they won't, and their 2024 will begin with failure, and nobody wants that. So we're going to start with Bobbie's team. Bobbie, your 3 headlines are Burger King giving discounts if facial recognition thinks you're hungover. Priest refused to perform exorcism for Andrew Lloyd Webber until he apologises for cats. And life-size Captain Sir Tom Moore's statue on eBay for £29,000.
Wow.
I'll put these in the Zoom for you as well, so you can read them.
I mean, they're all pretty descriptive, really, aren't they? I've got images of each one in my head.
So just to clarify, 2 of these are fake.
No!
And
2 of them are real.
Sorry, no. All fake, but we have to choose the one we most want to be true.
No, but you know, that'd be a more fun game, I think. Okay, I'll put them in the chat.
I think wishful thinking would be the name of that game.
It would, yeah.
I mean, if facial recognition software isn't good enough for my own phone to recognise my own face, I very much doubt that Burger King has the ability to tell if someone's hungover. Because someone's hungover face could be the same as someone's, like, COVID or flu face. Do you know what I mean? Just like general paleness.
Are you saying that people don't
darkness
deserve a
under the eye.
discount on their shit burgers if they've got the flu or COVID? I mean, they shouldn't obviously be in a Burger King in the first place.
No, they shouldn't.
I mean, I'm going to take a more cynical view and be like, actually, what Burger King should be doing if they can recognise that you're hungover is they charge you like 2 or 3 times as much because they know you're not going to like. You're here. You need a burger. You have no self-respect. You're not going to be like, oh no, this is too expensive. I'm going to storm out in affronted dignity. You're just going to pay up like a good little bitch.
But also, surely then the headline would be Burger King giving discounts if facial recognition thinks you're drunk. Because drunk people will just buy anything. I bought pheromone perfume.
Did you buy Pilates as well?
Fuck off, Katie.
Foreshadowing. It's not spoiling, it's foreshadowing.
I bought the whole of Pilates. It belongs to me. The working class chubby woman has taken it from the grips of middle class white women. Pilates belongs to me now. Anyway, the second one is I don't think cats is particularly sacrilegious. So I don't know.
I mean,
She's got you there, Johnny.
It's not necessarily a you have to apologise for the sacrilege of cats, but just like you have to apologise for just cats. Just like you should be sorry
for the existence of cats.
I remember singing McCavity in choir when I was 11. Like it's fine.
And Memory is a beautiful song as well.
We weren't allowed to do that. It was too raucous.
It's too beautiful.
School.
You're not allowed.
McCavity and Sweeney Todd. That's what we got. But why is somebody performing an exorcism for Andrew Lloyd Webber in the first place?
Have you seen him?
just because Andrew Lloyd Webber and his face started melting 20 years ago, and like I don't consider him being possessed.
Oh, someone must own him.
It's Bobbie. Bobbie owns him. Just reclaims.
No, I can only.
You own Pilates and Andrew Lloyd Webber.
And that's Pilates for this year, okay?
Is Pilates not one of the cats in Cats?
It's
Pilates for Flexi Cat.
it's Taylor Swift in that cat suit. That's Pilates.
What about the third one?
So I feel like the kind of people that would buy a Tom Moore statue are more likely to use Facebook Marketplace than eBay. I feel like eBay is for the girls, the gays, and the theys, and Facebook Marketplace is for the straights.
I mean, the third one just seems depressingly realistic, and a sad commentary on where our society is at the moment.
And unless, of course, it's just somebody that's just got really drunk and has just bought it, Bobbie. Please tell me you've got it behind you.
Introducing our special guest.
It's my Link cuddly toy. That's not Andrew Lloyd Webber. That's the wrong one. Tom Moore.
I've never seen Andrew Lloyd Webber, Tom Moore, and Link from The Legend of Zelda in the same room.
So, just remind me, so the game is we have to work out how all three of these things are linked. So it was Andrew Lloyd Webber was possessing a life-size statue of Captain Sir Tom Moore, and they got a discount at Burger King.
They were hungover, yeah.
Absolutely. This is just a day in the life of Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Yeah.
Went to Burger King.
Yeah, these aren't actually headlines. This is all from the same story.
Yeah, then he was so hungover and had the scaries from the night before that he was like, I need to be exercised. And then he was like, you know what? Tom Moore was a good man. Was Tom Moore the old guy that walked around his garden for money?
That's the one whose family are all awful. That one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That doesn't narrow it down, does it?
Yeah, well, his family are all publicly awful.
Oh, well, right.
Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, it does have big Facebook Marketplace vibes.
No, you're right, yeah.
I shall use some of this money to create a statue of my father, and then I shall put it on Facebook Marketplace for $29,000.
I don't know, folks. I don't think the Burger King one is right, because I just don't think that facial recognition would be able to tell the difference between hungover and just ill.
I think it's advanced enough that it can have a go at it. I don't think it's going to be reliable. I think it could have a go at it.
I think it's very much got gimmick potential.
Yeah.
We're going to say we're going to do this. Everybody gets a discount. It's going to be 20p. They're going to still make the same amount of money because it's Burger King.
Everyone's hungover. You're hungover.
It's also not necessarily like they're rolling it out now, but like oh well, we could use it to do this.
Yeah, I think that can be just sensationalist headline, and it's actually true. Yeah. I just love the idea of Andrew Lloyd Webber in The Exorcist.
In The Exorcist.
Yeah, no, that's how I'm reading this.
Yeah, okay, sure.
It's just also why Cats? I'm assuming that's apologising for Cats the film as opposed to Cats the musical. And if that's the case, then why is a priest going to give a flying fuck about a shit film which he's not going to have watched? They're not going to watch. So that would be my guess.
So do you think that it's the priest one that's false?
Yeah, I'm never going to trust anything with priest in it. So
I don't know. Now I'm thinking more about Tom Moore. I'm thinking I feel like I've seen that headline, or I feel like I've seen something to do with Tom Moore recently.
He has been quite famous, so.
And we know how these people like a statue, don't we? People that clap and statues and Tories and UKIP and whatnot.
Yeah.
I want to see the pic. I want to see a photo of the statue because I'm assuming if his legs are up, that means he died in battle.
It's also I think it's really bold of Bobbie to attack people who clap as like a demographic of a population. So no applause at Bobbie shows ever. Just like
people don't clap at my jokes because I'm shit at comedy. Okay, not because they're members of a certain political train of thought, shall we say?
Right.
Oh, I don't know.
So,
QUENBY,
okay.
QUENBY, you decide. I'm not captain at the moment. You can be.
Oh, I don't know. Oh God, don't make
last minute Laura.
Don't make me captain.
QUENBY, have you figured out what the game's about yet?
Okay.
I think it was Andrew Lloyd Webber in Burger King with the lead pipe.
It's not Cluedo.
Shaped like Captain Sir Tom Moore. Okay, I misunderstood.
Okay. Yeah. What were you thinking? Oh, it sounds
Okay,
like
the priest one is false.
That's what you're going for.
I think that was the general consensus. I don't know. I'm too tired.
That sounds like the consensus, and I'll put you out of your misery. You are correct. That was the fake one.
Fuck yeah!
Logic wins again.
Logic wins again.
Damn right.
For the second time. Yes, Burger King in Brazil did offer discounts if their facial recognition software thought you were hungover. Given how much their burgers usually cost, that might actually be the more cost-efficient way to go about it, even if you're hungover here in the UK. And a life-size Captain Sir Tom Moore statue was listed on eBay for £29,000. The government had to pay for their wine cellar somehow. But no priest has refused to perform an exorcism for Andrew Lloyd Webber, although he did actually get an exorcism performed to rid his house of a poltergeist so that he could continue writing the much-anticipated sequel, Poltergeist of the Panto. I have never seen Andrew Lloyd Webber play. So, 3 points.
Musical! Call yourself a gay.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not gay enough because I don't watch Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Yeah, take that flag down.
I don't watch Andrew Lloyd Webber plays. I refuse to. Okay, but that's 3 points to Bobbie's team anyway. So next up, we've got Katie's team. Your 3 headlines are: AI customer service bot disabled after trashing the company using it. Utah teen facing charges after allegedly taping fish to ATMs. And world's oldest woman's title revoked after discovering she was born in 1930, not 1903.
I was trying to remember how we normally pad this round out, and then I realised we spent the first 5 minutes just trying to read the font.
Oh yeah, I'll pop this in Zoom for you as well.
Oh yeah, lads, this is an extra fun episode for me because I'm on my phone. I tried to look at the Twitch earlier, and it wouldn't. It made my thing go down, which is core viewing. So I've got vague recollections of what Jonny's just said, but you can actually look at the questions.
I'll pop these in the Zoom chat. I hope that helps.
I'll tell you what, I'll relay them to you verbally if you promise to answer them correctly.
Okay.
Oh, Katie's gone sideways again. Katie's gone sideways again.
Yeah.
I tried to look at the chat, and it was like, no. You must be sideways to read the chat. Like some kind of Nintendo DS kind of There we go.
Usually with these, I tend to just look at the formatting. Because usually the one that is fake is the one that Jonny hasn't made the effort to format similarly to the others, but they're all different this time round. So
bamboozled again.
I mean, the top one's all in all caps. So
yeah, they were shouting.
Yeah,
AI is a socialist, man. He's just angry and he's telling you now that he's feeling that. I want to know what the thing is, what the fish, though, to be honest. Sure, it is some sort of protest. Why?
Like, that's all I remember is teens sellotapes fish to... Is it cash machines?
So is that real, defo? Because why?
Oh, no, that's the only thing I remember Jonny saying.
Oh, like he'd read it. It's like, why?
Would you have been saying... So we've got...
I'm going to have to put the fucking gay hat on here and start thinking...
I
Okay.
like how your camera tried to blur that out.
Oh yeah, this camera's it's trying to censor the gay mate.
You're good for Twitch anyway.
I need to
stream up.
Twitch to my laptop.
The thing about this fish one, I don't understand the phrase allegedly taping fish to ATMs. Like, I mean, maybe they use blue tack or something? Like, what's the deal?
I just stapled it.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, that when you put a penny on your head and you just hold it there and like that, it just held the fish there for a really long time. And like,
Yeah.
I do like that last one, the world's oldest woman title revoked, because you're like at a time where we're meant to be more like inclusive of people and stuff. We're just normalising dyslexia with that one. I love it. I love that one to be.
Yeah, I honestly I think that one is probably true, because like the standard of proofreading these days is absolutely shocking. I was watching an episode of BoJack Horseman over the weekend, and it was the one where BoJack's mother is remembering her past, and the letters on the Grand Hotel logo kept jumping around, and like they told me it was meant to be dementia, but I don't believe it. I think that was just shoddy. Well, I don't know. I think it's the bot.
What was the bot one?
I think the bot's fake, because I just can't imagine anyone writing about that in all caps. AI customer service bot disabled after trashing company using it was the.
Ah.
Yeah.
Do you think that one's fake?
Yeah.
I think it's.
Yeah.
But also being.
I don't know now, because AI could be socialist. We don't know.
Yeah, but also
reason to figure out what's going on with it.
Yeah. But I have to say, I mean, you know, I've as an autistic person, I've criticised companies I've worked for in the past, and I don't think that automatically makes you disabled. I just think that's going a little too far on that one. You know, a little bit of critical thinking gets you a long way.
It's a good point.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you two reckon?
I feel like that's the first line you put in an AI is, do not say rude things about us. Also, do not kill us.
Are we reading it wrong? We've just heard our man say, what if it's not artificial intelligence, autistic intelligence?
Yeah, we haven't established what AI stands for. I like this line of query, actually. Yeah.
Maybe the reason it's in all caps is because it's actually an abbreviation. It's not meant to be taken at the word value. So it all stands for something. You want to
yeah, it could be like alpine intensity, you know,
yeah,
some sort of like aggressively frosty air freshener or something.
The Utah teen allegedly taking fish at ATMs is, what does that stand for at the moment? Now, currently.
A teenager is taping fish to the current moment.
I mean, mood.
No, that could be true though, because time is a construct that we create. You know what I mean?
How have we got here this early?
Our own destiny, if we really think about it. So, anything.
It's not even 8:30. How are we here already?
It could be
taping fish to the current moment, and it ceased existing in the past. It's never a memory. It's always an experience. It's never a future.
Yeah, you don't
fresh and always kind of sad and dead looking, and a little stinky.
You know, Blizzard comedies jump the shark when they've started doing metaverse storylines. It could be could stand for all-terrain vehicles. like a vehicle, but only you can drive it.
Yeah.
Only your wee me's can drive it.
Yeah.
Right, what are you thinking the fake one is?
I think the bot. I like the teen.
You like the teen?
I feel like that's the kind of radical Gen Z humor we're seeing from TikTok these days.
Yeah.
I say this as like the oldest Gen Z
Yeah.
can possibly
As,
be.
as,
How you smother it.
as,
I'm a
as,
97 baby.
yeah,
Like-
as the very first member of Gen Z, Katie is.
I by that logic, I am the very last millennial.
Oh, amazing.
I don't know. I might be able to challenge you on that one, Quenby. I don't like the phrase millennial. I want it to be Generation Y, as in why God why.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
Right, so you're thinking AI bot is the fake one.
Yeah, I think the bot one's just too boring.
Yeah.
Maybe too boring, but that one was true. The fake one was actually the world's oldest woman. Yes, an AI customer service bot was disabled after trashing DPD, the company using it. Atrocious treatment of staff. Honestly, the AI bot should join a union. And Utah,
I can't believe that the programmers who made that AI didn't deliver.
Nice. That's a much
I
better
would like
joke.
a bonus point, please, Jonny.
And I'd like a bonus point for listening to that joke as well.
No. And the Utah team.
Wait, no to me or no to Katie?
Just no in general.
Okay.
Yeah. Although that joke was much better than mine, so I'm going to retroactively pretend I said it and be happy with it. And the Utah team did face charges after allegedly taping fish to ATMs, which seems a bit harsh. I mean, why else are they called attached trout machines? But no, there has been. Also, I want to point out I didn't read the rest of the article, but now I really want to because I'm still baffled by that entire concept. But I kind of wanted to keep the mystery intact. But I'll have a read of that in the break, I think. But no, there has been no issue with the world's oldest woman actually being born in 1930 and not 1903. That was just a lie, and you fell for it / saw through it. Delete as appropriate. Well done / try harder. Delete as appropriate. So at the end of that round, Bobbie's team were on 3 points and Katie's team were on 0 points.
Yay.
Yay! Well done.
Yeah.
Well done, half of the show.
Yeah.
Also, hello, non-binary swear, first-time chat. Thanks for joining. This is your first-time chat. Welcome. I'm glad you're here anyway. If royals are ordained by God, then Burger King has a direct connection to the D-bovine. Nice, great, I like that. 1 point to non-binary Smurf. Our next chat.
I could have used that point.
Well, tough, it's not yours. Our next round is trending. Each of our guests will take it into our next round is hashtag trending, I should say. Some of our guests will be taking it in turns to talk about a trending topic from the month just gone. Ideally in a humorous manner, but it's 2024. I've stopped caring. You just do you. We're going to start with Jono Murray, who's going to be talking about XL bullies. So when you're ready, Jono, take it away.
Hello. Here's my TED talk. So, all the XL bullies, they're banning them. Don't know if you heard, don't know if you've seen. I've got one, right? And she's lovely. But I'm one of them, if she's going to go mad, I like to go to 100 really fast, so I live opposite the school. So if she does go fucking mental, it's going to be a bloodbath. You know what I mean? Up to top easy. But one of the things I don't understand, right? So if we're going on the basis that we're banning the dogs because the dogs are dangerous and it's the dogs solely behind all these horrific attacks, do you know what song was banned from airtime after 9/11? There was a few, but do you know what one of them was?
Go on.
Gladys Morissette, Ironic. So judging by the fact that this poor dog's getting banned and not the owners and nothing else that's attached to the fucking behind the scenes stuff of these attacks. If you're going to ban Alanis Morissette airtime, surely she's responsible for 9/11. Why does someone speak about that? They like to tell us all other shit, you know what I mean? Like vaccines make you gay. Might do. Explains me. But have XL bullies committed any terrorist attacks? No. They might go after children and people who can't defend themselves. Different thing. Different type of attack. So I'm just saying, if you're going to ban Alanis Morissette, I'm starting to think she's got something to do with 9/11. What else? 9/11. What else? I had something in there that it's gone.
No, that's fine. I think.
You know when I'm sat on this amount of knowledge, Johnny, I can't keep it all in. Do you know what I mean?
No,
So
honestly, I
I
think
got the most important bit out. The most important bit, Alanis Morissette behind 9/11, and yeah, if my dog turns out to be one of the fucking nussy ones, it's gonna be fucking mental when she goes. So
no,
just keep an eye out on that.
I think Alanis Morissette did 9/11 is exactly the tone we want to set for round 2. Brilliant, thanks very much.
There we go.
Brilliant, thanks very much, Jono. Okay, next up we've got QUENBY, who's going to be talking about an equally fun topic of war. So take it away, QUENBY.
Thank you. I chose war as my topic because if it's not funny at all, then at least I'm using my platform to bring attention to an important issue. It's a weird thing, sort of like at the moment, because we've kind of got like 2 wars going on. In like 2 main wars going on in the world at the moment, and like it's a real split between like how the government's approaching it, because it's like Ukraine will do whatever it takes to stand up to Russian aggression. They'll fight. We'll bring back conscription. By the way, if they bring back conscription, I want them to also bring back the rule that you can't be gay in the military, because as a rule, I'm like opposed to sort of like discrimination, but like if sucking dick means I don't have to like go to war, then I'll pass me the dick. And if sucking dick doesn't mean I don't have to go to war, then pass me the dick. But yeah, no, I just want the speeches to be like, you remember, men, we're fighting for our family, for our country, and for the kids you bullied in high school. The precious little fruity boys who can't be here. But no, it's interesting sort of seeing like, that on the one side, on one hand we've got that, and on the other hand we've got the whole situation in Gaza, which it's just like, it's just the lengths people go to not talk about it is kind of incredible. I'm kind of half expecting to see like politicians intentionally mishearing questions of like, Israel, yeah, there is rail replacement bus services in place during its flooding. Genocide. I'm sorry, I don't know Jen or any of your side family. Are they Irish? And it's sort of interesting, by which I mean deeply depressing. And it's great knowing that our choices are we can, in the UK and the US, our choices are we can vote for people who are, not willing to even say the word ceasefire, or the same people but in blue.
Yeah.
Or in the UK, the same people but in red. I mean, Keir Starmer gets a lot of stick, but like, to be fair, at least he stands by his principles of never opposing the Conservative government on anything. Like, the Lib Dems had to be bought out by being in power with the Conservatives. He didn't have to be bought out. He donated out. I genuinely think his political aspirations are, I want to be a Conservative, but blue doesn't suit me. But fuck Israel. It's a takeaway, I guess. It wasn't funny, but I did use my platform to raise awareness, and I should be celebrated for that.
You should be celebrating for raising awareness of the fact that Keir Starmer doesn't look good in blue. Thanks for that.
No, he doesn't.
Thanks very much.
Or red, or at all.
Right, we're gonna now moving on from like the fun topics, we're gonna go to the really serious meat of the round now with Bobbie Jones talking about game shows. So
you know what? I'm
content
so
warning
glad
for
you
game
asked
shows,
me.
everyone.
Well, this is the thing. So the game show I want to talk about in particular, it's been trending a lot at the minute. It's The Traitors. So it's basically Takeshi's Castle, but with unconscious bias, taking people out instead of like lakes of water. It's like I got addicted to both series, watched them all the way through, was hooked for the finale just gone. But I fully acknowledge that these kind of shows attract the worst kind of people. These are the kind of people that peaked in secondary school and they're not ready to like retire that robe of like, I'm an alpha dickhead kind of thing. So they seek out other situations that are like classrooms where you've only got a confined cast of people and a rigid set of rules to like just take ownership of the situation again. And it's just not very good, really. So in the program, if you haven't seen it, if you suspect that somebody is a traitor, then you can like vote them out at the round table. But a lot of the time it's just kind of like, I don't know what it is about Imran. He just seems a bit dodgy. He's not dodgy, he's just not white. And yet you'll have like the most charismatic white heterosexual man who is just like, oh, I couldn't possibly be a traitor, like the most villainous, like cartoon villain type men. And they're like, oh no, they must be good people. They're not traitors. And they get kept in. And it's all unconscious bias. And I'll leave you with this. So in the very first series, of the British version, the first episode, a woman got voted out for not toasting with the rest of the group by raising her hand with the glass. The twist is, this woman only had one hand. And all of the group are like, yeah, that's actually pretty sus, Angela. We're going to have to vote you out. She had one hand.
Incredible. Yeah. I've not actually seen this show, but I've heard a lot about it, and it sounds.
It's just, yeah.
I've also not seen the show. Can we have like a bonus round where I try and like explain how the show works based solely on Bobbie's bit there?
You can do that in your own time, but we're not having a round of it. I can't stop you. Brilliant. Okay, fantastic. Thanks very much, Bobbie. Next up, we've got Ian Lane, who very enthusiastically chose sport, so I'm looking forward to this. Take it away, Ian.
Yeah, all right. I'm going to start off with a great sporting fact for you all. Did you all know that swing ball was originally devised as a form of therapy for people who hate maypole dancers? It's the only way they can get their aggression out of their system. Anyway, that's all I've got. I don't know anything. I don't know what's sports in the news. Look, here's the thing.
It actually is swing ball. You're right.
Yeah, no, but there's the thing, like, because, you know, I used to play pool at uni, right? And that thing where you nominate the pocket, where you're going to pot the black and whatnot, like, I should never get my head. I don't even know what pocket to put my keys in. Like, how am I supposed to nominate a pocket for the. I'm just kidding. I never got that far in pool, but, like, I don't know. Because here's, like, when I was at school, I mean, most of this isn't going to be topical. It's just going to be like ranting about PE. But
go on, Vine.
No, we used to play basketball in PE at school, and or netball. I can't remember. I can't remember if we were allowed to have fun or not. But like basically, like it was. You know, there's the thing where if you touch another player, like the game has to stop and it's a foul and whatnot. Like I started doing that deliberately because I kept thinking, like, we're overwhelmed here, gang. Can we all? You know, if I get a foul, we can just take a moment to reset and calm down and be ourselves. And everyone hated me for that. Like, and I just think like this is why the Great Reset didn't work. You know, like everyone says, "Oh, we want a break from life," and then it's yeah, but not like that. You know, like you can't please everyone. Genuinely, I mean, I did try and get into football when I was at school, like because I remember I used to wake up in the morning, I'd look across my room, I'd see a lamp shaped like a football. and it would remind me who I was. It'd be like, oh yeah, I like football. Football is the light, you know. And then I'd look past the football lamp and I'd see Manchester United wallpaper in the background, and I'd be like, oh, right, yeah, I'm someone who pretends to like football in order to have an easier time at school. Like, you know, fair enough. They always put me in goal at the frickin' because you know the way that school football works is basically like, you know, you've got a goalie and 10 strikers, and like that's it. Like, you know, corners don't exist, throw-ins don't exist. Just keep on going with the ball, and if you pass to another player, you're a failure for life. That's basically it. And like, I had so much pressure on me. People used to keep saying to me when they were trying to score a goal, they say, come out, Ian, come out. And, you know, I'm 38 years old and I'm still tediously heterosexual. So, like, what do I... You know, you can drag a horse to water and all that. Anyway, that's... I hope that was illuminating about the current sporting situation.
Yeah, very much was. Also, tediously heterosexual, is that the name of your next hour?
True.
Incredible. Thank you very much for that, Ian. And to close us off, we've got Katie Mitchell, who's going to talk about stand-up comedy. So take it away, Katie.
Hello. I've done stand-up comedy for a while now, and I like it for the most part. The main reason I wanted to talk about this was because I had what I've been referring to as a real woman moment with my stand-up comedy. And it's radicalized me. So I'm not very good at applying for gigs, and I'm very good at like talking myself out of gigs or going like, oh, maybe I'm not at the stage to do that yet. And I will apply when I'm a little bit further on in my career, and it keeps on happening. And I got radicalized because there's this one gig that it took me 4 years to get a slot on, of continually emailing and replying like various different people. I got someone's like phone number and WhatsApp to them cold because I really wanted to be on this gig, and I got on it. I've been on it twice, and I've been only on the Edinburgh version. It's ACMS. I've only ever been on the Edinburgh version of ACMS, and I'm like, oh, well, clearly they're just, you know, they'll have anyone up there, and I'm a bit nervous about playing for the London one, so I won't. And it's been about 5 years that I've been wanting to do this gig, and I've been going, oh, but I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can do it yet. And then one of my friends, my friend George, who is an actor and a mime, got a spot on ACMS, and I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. How did you do it? And he said, oh, I emailed them and said that I knew you.
Oh my.
The places I could be in my career. I did email them and get a spot. I'm doing it in May, I think. I'm very excited. Oh yeah. I don't know if I should say this on the stream. He booked in his ACMS slot and forgot that he was going to be working in Hong Kong at the time. He's working in Hong Kong for a year.
Oh yeah,
and so I got asked if I could fill in that spot, and unfortunately I was busy during Edinburgh. That's my second top woman in comedy moment, and it reminded me of my first top woman in comedy moment, which was I accidentally applied for an open spot on the gig that I was being paid to headline. It said it had progression. And it was in a few months, and I hadn't checked my diary, and I was like, oh, I'd really be interested in the open spot. Here's my comedy CV. And they were like, yeah, we know. You're headlining. So that persistent devaluing of my own ability and skill is why I'm doing Blizzard here tonight.
Amazing.
Katie Mitchell, good night.
Excellent. I feel like George was also booked to do Blizzard at that time, and then also cancelled because he was in Hong Kong. So So I don't know if you want that spot as well. We can just. You can take all of his spots. Okay.
Yeah, I got my first ACMS spot by saying I knew Katie Mitchell, so you know. It's a hot ticket, everyone.
Yeah. Before you even knew Katie Mitchell, you just I was gonna.
Yeah. Just seemed like a plausible name, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, and like anyone who's watching you wants to spot an ACMS. Apparently, that's the golden ticket. So like, I'll know you. Like like we're doing references on a CV. If you ring me, I'll go, oh yeah, the funniest comedian I've ever worked with. No idea who you are.
Oh, incredible. It's really hard to spot this one. I feel like I'm gonna I'm gonna give Ian and Bobbie both 3 points each because I cannot separate which one I enjoyed more. And I'm also going to give everyone else a bonus point because which means the teams get the same amount of points because it doesn't seem fair to not give Laura a point, even because she stepped into this last minute and I wasn't going to make her prepare a fucking set at like 2 hours' notice. So everyone's going to get a bonus point, and the score proportion isn't going to change, but the numbers will be higher. But I have to give Alanis Morissette did 9/11 a bonus point. I have to give QUENBY a bonus point for just tackling that fire and still making it funny. And I've got to give Katie a bonus point, mostly because I feel very sorry for your self-esteem. You are great, and you can value yourself more.
External validation.
Yeah. So fuck it, 5 points to both teams. At the end of that round, Bobbie's team are on 8 and Katie's team are on 5. Amazing. Right, we are going to have a break now. Blizzard Comedy, for those of you who've been here frequently, you're aware. If you're new here, Blizzard Comedy is a show. That's the end of that sentence. It's a show that's reliant on your donations and support to keep going. So if you are enjoying the show, why not chuck us a tenner over on our PayPal, which I'll put in the description now.
Blizzard is one of the most shows of all time.
It is one of the most. It is definitely one of the most shows. I'll give you that. Yeah. You can chuck us a tenner over at PayPal or join our Patreon for as little as £2 a month for early show tickets, sign flyers at every live show you attend, and discounts on our merch store that we might update this year. I've been saying that for 2 years. Maybe this will be the year. And also feel free to cheer and subscribe here on Twitch as well. All of it is useful and helps us keep putting on these shows that some of you seem to enjoy at least a little bit. And on a slightly more somber note, regular Subs Club will know we did sadly lose Blizzard regular and Patreon supporter Victoria Bliss this month. There is a fundraiser for our family to cover a funeral and other costs, especially when you're not expecting a funeral. These are really expensive, so I'll put that in the chat as well. They are about £4,000 into their £5,000 goal, so if anyone can chip in towards that as well. The funeral is on Friday. It'd be really good if they could hit the goal by then, and that will ease a lot of pressure from the family. So I'm going to put that in the chat if anyone wants to support that. And we're going to go have a break now and read some of the comments. If I find the right screen. There we are. Cool. So if anyone needs to go for a drink or loo or whatever, now's a good time to do it. Let's have a look at the comments. God, we love seeing you at work, Katie. We absolutely do. We all love Katie here. Absolutely brilliant.
We all know Katie here. That's how we got this gig.
Yeah, we all. Yeah, that's how we started. Yeah.
That's actually how Bobbie got 3 points in the last round. Bobbie was like, actually, I know Katie, so I deserve 3 points.
Yeah, that's where your team went wrong, Katie. You didn't say you knew yourself, so.
I don't. Yeah. I try not to. This is why I
need to become self-aware.
That's why.
Big fluffy cattail with Laura. Yes, absolutely.
Well, I had to pick him up because he was clawing at your face on the screen. So
that's fine. I couldn't feel it. We're good.
I'm glad that you couldn't, considering how many scratches I've got on my arm.
Fishface 60. I play football with my neighbour's kids. All the talking about playing football as a child is relatable, but they've learned to pass because that way the two of them can absolutely thrash me because I'm wide enough and agile enough that they have to get me out of the goal to score. Clever. Getting strategy at a young age. I was always the one that ended up in goal because just like the shit person just always goes in goal. But then I was also shit in goal and they were mad at me for it. And I'm like, you didn't think your team choice as well. Like, at least if you put me on the field when there's like 10 of you, my shitness won't be noticed. But given that you put me in like the most important position, like this is kind of on you.
In cricket, I always I became the expert at like working out where I could look like I was trying to be helpful, but like be in like the worst fielding position possible.
Cricket, I was actually kind of good at, or at least as far as like year 6 standards go. When I tried playing after that, I realised I wasn't actually very good. It's just most 11-year-olds are bad at cricket, and I was like on the upper tier of 11-year-olds. But when I aged, I didn't get any better. So I could still probably beat a team of 11-year-olds at cricket. But you know what?
Entire team of 11-year-olds.
You know what?
That seems very one-sided.
Yeah. I could score a point against 11-year-old Serena Williams. Sure, fuck it.
Like the trans people in sports.
Yeah. I've got that inherent advantage, so I'll just be immediately brilliant at all sports I do. I want to go get.
Have you seen that video of there's 3? It's a Japanese, 3 professional Japanese football players versus 100 Japanese school children.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
It's great. I think the professional footballers managed to win
like
somehow.
big inflatable costumes and shit, and big walls and stuff for them to jump over, because I've seen this.
Crazy football, like crazy golf, but crazy football. So my partner is really into rugby, and I keep on saying to her we should have crazy rugby, but underneath everyone's costumes, it should all be Velcro tearaway, and there's a surprise outfit underneath. There should be dogs on the pitch. Someone should do it in a full suit of armor.
Yes.
Oh, I don't want dogs on the pitch. I can imagine a dog just randomly running into a scrum to get a ball out.
Oh, it happens. It happens multiple times a year because people bring their dogs. Not at international level. But
Sorry. No. I would have seen that had that been televised.
Bring your own dogs.
I can show you clips.
Please.
We'll definitely have a look at them later.
I loved rugby in school because I was very closeted, and it was a chance to run at the men, which I didn't understand why I wanted to feel their body smushed against me.
I always liked the look of rugby, but I was never allowed to play it because girl. We had to play netball instead, which is the worst. The worst.
Okay. I've not done netball since I was 7 or 8, and I remember there are positions. There's 5 people on the team. There are positions, and you can't move away from your position. That's what I was always told.
Yeah. You just
if
have to
somebody
stay
gets
in
past
the
you,
little
you
area.
just stop where you are, and you just good.
Yeah, I remember.
That's
The positions in netball, it was a goalie and 4 strikers, I think. So it's the moment you get the ball, you're basically just penalised for having any kind of power and control in the game.
You can't move with the ball, whereas in rugby you can most move with the ball. And I've played touch rugby a couple of times, and that's fun, but that's mainly against children, and they're much better at it than me, which is embarrassing.
You need to find younger children then, because at a certain level they're it's if you play a game of toddlers at rugby, I guarantee you'll feel amazing. You'll be I'm so good at this.
No.
Many children will
they're just going to cling to my legs and then hold me down as
How are they going to cling to you? You should be running past them. They've got little legs.
If your legs aren't moving fast enough to boot them across the field, but I just don't think you want to win.
The best thing that I've ever did at touch was there was a guy who was always very angry, and he came with his son, and he would shout at his very small son if his son didn't catch a ball that was 3 feet over his head. He would shout at him very cruelly, and it's horrible to see.
Like competitive dad from the Far Show.
Yeah, and this guy started very loudly explaining how to get around me because I'd taken up a defensive position because I can't run and I don't know the rules. So I was I'm going to stand here, and if anyone comes near me, I'm going to dob them because I understand that. And he was basically saying right, if you get the ball, pass it to me, and I'm just going to run past her. And I was like, no. And he got so angry because I was like, well, I just need to watch this one guy. I can do that. And so after the first few times, he got very red. And then he stopped slowing down. So this grown, very tall, wide man just kept on running into me at full force and knocked me over a few times. But I always and that was satisfying. It was on concrete as well, so it's not so fun to be knocked over. But...
Oh god, yeah.
I've just given myself a fucking paper cuts. Have you ever given yourself a paper cut on the film from tablets?
Ooh.
Oh, that's fucking really hurt me, you know.
It's impressive that you got a paper cut from foil as well.
You know what I mean? It's like that type of cuts. Yeah. Well, it could be paper, lad. It's all the constructs, none of it's real, man.
Yeah, the medication, on the other hand.
The more pills I have, though, all my friends start to disappear.
Oh. I didn't realise you were from the Austerity Dogs, by the way. I've played This Is Great Britain on my DJ streams a couple of times.
Oh, nice one, man.
So
nice one. Yeah. You have to come to a show. When's your next show?
My next show? In what medium?
The Russia one?
Oh, the 10th? I don't know. I'm looking at Laura to answer that
it's
for
the
me.
10th. Yours is the 10th. Even though I have
Thank you very
answers,
much.
actually, I know your life better than you do at the moment.
Yeah, Laura is my agent at the moment. So.
I was going to try and get down, but if not, I'll try and fly up to something that you do.
Be awesome. Thank you.
No. We're not the same team now, lad. This is a brotherhood.
Once you've been on a broadcast Avalance team together, that's a bond for life.
Yeah. Shut up, Johnny. You fucking your house. No way, you're I'm eating wine gums. What are you going to do about it? Fuck all.
I mean, you are allowed to eat wine gum. That eating wine gums is not against our ethos. I know. I know us woke say you can't do anything anymore, but eating wine gums on Twitch is not against one of our rules.
Wine gums. Oh, yeah. Thanks for reminding me. Anyway,
I mean, I'm currently switching between coffee, fizzy water, and wine. So that's how I'm doing.
What wine you drinking there?
It's a Sauvignon Blanc because we had some in the fridge which needed drinking.
You're my half fella. My half fella's to say Austrian white. I can't remember the name of it.
So am I.
Oh God, can you all stop?
It's some in the fridge as well. Oh.
I am drinking imposter smart water because it's just a smart water bottle with tap water in it. So
me.
I'm drinking bulk.
Hey.
I don't know what that means.
It's just a massive canister of water.
Oh, okay.
Beautiful. I was very much.
Let me slow down on the mulled wine because it tastes too nice, and I can already feel myself getting silly. I don't normally do comedy.
Oh, you can't be silly.
Oh, silly on this stream.
Silliness and satire. Come on.
Have you ever had the white wine, Grüne Veltliner? It's an Austrian one.
Oh no.
That's absolutely amazing. My half fella got me onto it. I'm obsessed with it now.
I really like Jam Shed Reds. Like Jam Shed's so good.
I've had Jam Shed. It doesn't taste like jam or shed. It's brilliant.
It's true.
Just think there will be a market out there of people saying there's not enough shed in this one.
Just stirring a whole plywood around.
Someone gets in going.
I'm sorry, I was expecting
a really
this one to
weathered
taste
piece
more
of
Dr.
plywood.
Peppery.
Oh, there's a bit of barbed wire in this.
Right, well, we're back. Should we carry on with the show? Look, see if
we're good.
No, we're good. Okay, fuck it. Yeah. Fishface 60 is on the Erdinger Wispier. I definitely butchered the pronunciation, but I've heard of Erdinger. I think I
love that guy.
I mean, they butchered the spelling as well, to be fair.
Brilliant. Cool. Right, well, we're back here. Let's carry on with the show. Our next game is called This Just In. In it, we are going to give each team the first line from a news story from the past month and take it in turns to build on the story line by line, person by person, and points will go to the one that I enjoy the most. We're going to start with Bobbie's team. So you've got 3 topics to choose from. You can either do a story on finance, nature, or weather.
Are we allowed to confer?
You are
or is
allowed
it
to
mine?
confer. Yeah, you're allowed to confer.
Okay, we're allowed to confer.
I love weather.
What were the choices? So I was too focused on whether we could confer or not that I missed the choices.
Finance, nature, or weather. I know those last 2 kind of link together.
And one of these isn't real.
I'm going to go with finance.
Finance is
Oh
real.
God. I'm veering towards finance, actually.
Let's go finance. Fuck
Cool.
it.
Okay.
Let's make use of my economics degree.
Okay, let me quickly do a random number generator to decide who's going to go first. Because
Oh, there's only 3 of us.
I know, but I need to randomly pick
Such a
between 1 and 3.
bisexual. Make your mind up, Jonny.
No, never. Okay, we're going to start with Quenby, then Bobbie, then Laura, and loop round that way. So, Quenby, your first line is, HMRC has not charged a single company over tax evasion under landmark legislation.
In response, they've said, that's because they're all really honest.
And all the money they keep offshore in random islands that I can't remember the name of. That's really honest as well. Yes.
I nearly said something that... No, don't do that.
Did Laura just
I
nearly
nearly said
confess
something
to
very,
tax
very
evasion?
bad then.
About an island.
It's fine. That's also my answer. Keep it going from there.
Okay, back to Quenby then, I guess.
The statement, which unravelled into panicked muttering by a senior HMRC official, has been widely seen as a call for more taxes on those povos.
This legislation goes back to the Robin Hood times, where the sheriff of Nottingham, the one that was played by the lion, charged all of the innocent foxes more money for their fursuits, furries and etc. Talk about furries, Laura.
Said the spokesperson in drug-fueled stupor.
Do you want me to put you out your misery there?
No, keep it going.
Okay, carry on, keep going. Okay.
Keep it going.
Keep going, okay.
No.
Eventually we can do something with this.
The Fox character was my sexual awakening, said another HMRC official, a wistful look in their eyes as they looked back at their childhoods and that moment when they saw the slight sprightly frame of the Robin Hood fox and thought, yeah, I don't understand what I want to do to that, but I do. I really, really do.
Quenby, you are meant to be doing this in character. I want to clarify.
Oh fuck! Is it me?
Yeah, I can. We can end it there if you want.
That's your line. Oh fuck! Is it me?
In my. I'm speaking in character. In my childhood, I always got excited looking at Maid Marian because she had the same kind of headpiece that Princess Zelda wears as a child in Ocarina of Time. Not speaking of myself, of course. I'm not speaking as myself. This is what the HMRC would say. But the Hyrule Royal Majesty's currency. I don't fucking know what it stands for. Yeah.
Yeah, no, spot on.
And that's where it ends, Jonny. That's fine because that was perfect.
That was perfect. That was you can't go much longer than I anticipated. Well done. I'm going to give you 2 points for that one. Good stuff. Okay, Katie's team. Your choices are I've got too many documents open. Right. You can choose business, crime, or politics.
Can I just say, Jonny, that last time I did this game, I didn't understand the concept of it, and I asked you for help, and you just sat there and froze.
I hate this round.
So
I will try not to do that this time.
If this happens this time, I just want everyone to know that Jonny is ableist and I have no respect for autism. And they should be cancelled in a skip.
I'm gonna clip.
What are the choices again?
Gonna clip just
Crime.
that bit.
Crime. Oh yeah, crime. We love crime.
Why are we all just jumping over? Let's ask the scouts and everyone's just talking about that.
That's a good point.
So you've got
So it was
all right,
politics,
calm down.
crime, or something else.
business, crime, or politics.
It's all the same thing, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, they are fairly similar.
Whichever. Katie, you're the
Do you want to go
I'm
for
being
crime?
assertive. I've been given too much external validation after the last round.
Right, okay, we're going with crime.
Crime.
We'll go Katie, then Jono, then Ian, and loop it around that way. Your first line is, shoplifting offences in England and Wales rise to the highest level in 20 years.
Businesses wonder whether chronic understaffing could have anything to do with this. Experts say no. Who's next?
Along with the many items that have been stolen includes essential foods, baby powder, nappies, essential items. However, we're more concerned about big dogs.
Because the big dogs are the ones who really, really, really make things happen. Am I right?
Shoplifting offences involving big dogs are up a staggering 143% on the last financial quarter.
This follows the recent tragedy when an experiment of having a store run by young children was attacked by a horde of XL bullies.
Is it my turn?
It's your turn. Get your breath back, it's fine. This isn't just a minute rules, we're good. You're allowed to hesitate.
One of the XL dogs said in an interview that they were very much looking forward to getting Waitrose Holloway Road back on its feet after a long decline of around 25 to 30 billion XL dogs.
A Waitrose run by XL bullies might come off to some as unusual, but it is one way to keep the merchandise safe through fear of maulings, injuries, and potential death, especially to small children.
We've had to adjust the opening hours. We had to adjust the opening hours for the XL Bully Run store as one of the XL bullies was overheard speaking about a midnight snack when they witnessed a shopper with their newborn.
So the opening hours of the store are now 9 a.m. to 9:05 a.m.
Shoppers were seen queuing around the block for that precious 5 minutes inside, similar to a Boxing Day sale or another sale.
one member of the public spoke about how much cheaper it was to visit the XL Bully store as opposed to going to Dignitas.
I feel like that's a good place to end it. I mean, Dignitas, it is, yeah.
There's a lot of death there.
Brilliant. That was really good. I'm gonna give you 3 points for that. That was yeah. I don't know where I expected it to go. It wasn't there. Good stuff. Right, we can even do another round of them when we want to cancelled. What are the consensus? How much are you hating this round?
Cancelled.
No.
Cancelled.
Let's cancel this
Cool.
round.
We're going to cancel this round. No problem. So at the end of that round, Bobbie's team are on 10 and Katie's team are on 8. I nearly said Bobbie's team were on Katie and 10's team were on 8. That's not. I'm very
Well,
tired.
Didn't we just get 3 points?
You did, yes. And
Yeah.
Bobbie's team got 2 points. So you are.
I know, but we were
1 point.
we were
close.
2 behind.
You know, we just wanted to draw attention to that fact, Johnny. That we won.
Right. Let's.
You got chicken
Go
egg
again.
with your rainbow
So
flag.
you were
Give me
3
that,
behind
please.
before. It was 8-5 before.
Oh, okay.
Made me second guess my basic Microsoft Excel skills.
I'm sorry. I'm trying
I thought
not
you were going to
to.
say basic maths then, but no, Excel.
Oh no, yeah,
Micro-
I don't do any
Your Microsoft
calculations.
Excel bully skills.
These glasses are entirely for show. There is nothing going on behind this skull.
Oh, yeah,
of
people
mine.
don't wear glasses because they're clever.
No.
Hello.
You are the smart water filled with normal water.
Right, cancelled. That's what we're doing now. Our next round is called cancelled. This round, we let the comedians go off on one about a person, place, thing, or concept that they would most like to cancel, and at the end of the round, the audience get to vote on who they'd most like to cancel, and then they'll be cancelled forever. And no, this isn't just Room 101. Shut up. It's got a different name. No, your derivative. Right, we're gonna. So we'll get. I think we'll start with Laura this time. Laura, who are you going to cancel this month?
It's a group of people, actually, people that have enraged me throughout my life because I've never met a good one. Some of them were my teachers at school. I remember one specific PE teacher at school, and it wasn't a case of let's go. You've forgotten your PE kit. That's it. You're gonna go and do it in your pants now. It was you're gonna do it in your pants now, but you're gonna run around town in them. That legitimately happened, but not to me. Like it happened. There's something about this type of person. So there was a PE teacher who was like that. Any single person I've known in comedy has been like this. With one or two. Like I've not seen them in a while. Maybe they're lovely now. Who can possibly say? So I've just ignored them because I know that they're going to go the same way as the old PE teacher. Go into town and do the running in your pants. In the morning, in the fucking morning, it wasn't me. Other examples of this, anybody that I've ever known in politics has been exactly the same. They've been the most horrendous politicians you can possibly imagine, voting for all of the wrong things, like doing PE in your pants. on a morning during the market because the market was on. Yeah, go and run around there. It'll be absolutely fine. Wore a top, by the way. It wasn't me. Wore a top, pants and trainers. It was a bit fucking weird, but that was the thing. Anyway, I'd like to cancel people called Graham.
Based.
Anyone called Graham.
I know. I agree. We should cancel all Grahams. And yeah,
Golden Grahams, the breakfast cereal, the most tedious cinnamon-flavored sheets of sadness I ever had the displeasure of eating in the 90s. Oh, they're cheaper than your normal Shreddies, aren't you? Yeah, but they're not Shreddies, are they, Mum? They're not Shreddies. How am I going to get them? How am I going to get the energy to go running in town today? In my pants, Mum.
Amazing. I think while we give Laura a moment, we'll move on to the next one. But that was a really strong contender. So that's people called Graham from Laura. Yeah, strong argument. We're going to have Katie next. Who are you cancelling this month?
I haven't decided.
Would you like me to come back? Would you like me to come back to you?
No, I think I'm going to cancel apathy. because no, but really, I used to be quite an angry and fired up person, and through various life experiences, I've just come to accept that everything is and will always be terrible. I have an app that is very good. It's called Kinda World, and you grow plants on it, and you in order to get the little watering can to water your synthetic plants on this app, you can monitor your emotions. And I never click angry. I'm never angry. Like whenever something happens to make me angry, it just kind of subverts into either sad or anxious. Rather than staying red, it goes to purple or orange, and it's really annoying because there's stuff that I really should be angry about, and I just go, oh yeah, that makes sense, or like, oh, that's fucked up. No, oh no, I'm just going to die. That's fine. It's real bad. Like, I used to be quite angry, and then I went to therapy, and I feel like I've overcorrected because if anything happens that I should like I apologize when people catcall me in the street. Like, I tripped over in Tesco's earlier and made a noise, and someone behind, in front of me went, and I went, oh, I'm really sorry. I feel like there's a theme of meekness coming across in this podcast, which I don't feel like is a core part of my identity, and it's just been put on me through years of financial hatred and general sadness. And also it's fucking cold.
That won't be helping.
No.
Oh, I think... Oh, go on, sorry.
But you know what? I don't care. Apathy. It's fine.
Oh, that was intensely relatable to many of us, I'm sure. Thanks very much, Katie. Next up, we've got Ian. Ian, who are you cancelling this month?
Before I get into that, I just want to say, on my Zoom, I've got JONO underneath QUENBY, and a minute ago, it was wonderful. There was a moment where JONO exhaled with his vape, just as QUENBY went like this. It was like JONO was blowing smoke in QUENBY's face. It was
right next to each other right now.
Anyway, sorry, Jonny. What was the question?
Who or what are you cancelling this month?
Oh, Barney Walsh.
Okay.
Fucking hate that guy, man. He's worse than Andrew Tate, honestly. I just because Gladiators is back, right?
Yeah.
On the BBC, and it's great. They've kind of they're very much aiming it at the 90s kids, and that, even down to having the casual racism in it. It's because they've got the Asian gladiator called Viper, and his two abilities are he can't speak English and he's very angry about it. And that's literally the only Asian character on the show.
Yeah.
But apart from that, it's genuinely a good show. But Bradley Walsh brought his kid to work with him, and they are. I just hate the guy. I can't stand. He has this stupid perma-fixed grin on his face. It's 8.9 on the Richter scale, right? Just always going like this. Everyone I've ever known who has that grin on their face is evil. Right. And what bothers me about his banter with Bradley Walsh is that he's trying to play himself as the Chad, Barney is, and he keeps basically bullying his dad. Bradley Walsh says something kind of weird about we're gonna have fun with marmalade afterwards, and then Barney Walsh does the thing where he's kind of okay, right, keep it to yourself. And it's kind of fuck Barney Walsh, man, okay? That's because, every single bully that I've known at school acts like that. They're always kind of oh, this person's weird, but I'm the normal one, so everyone get on board with me. Fucking absolute sham. He can't even present properly, right? He does this thing where he's interviewing people and he'll say, I'll come to you, and then he immediately interviews them. Like so, he'll go like, Loretta, I'll come to you. How did you find the gauntlet? And it's kind of like, no, that's not how you fucking do it, right? Okay, like Stan Laurel said that what you do is first you tell people what you're going to do, and then you do it, and then you tell them it's been done. And he never tells you when he's done. He never tells you anything. He's a cretin. I fucking hate him.
What's especially funny is the only reason I got any of what you were saying is because I was at my dad's this weekend and he watches it. So it's the first time I've ever seen the modern version of the show. And yeah, I'm inclined to agree with you.
He's a fucking void, man. Like he's a stupid ass bully, fucking and he's got no sense of status and he can't present. He deserves shooting.
I don't know about anybody else, but I also just learned that there's a gladiator called Marmalade, which is a bit of a weird name.
Oh, amazing. Right. While we're all digesting that, we'll have Bobbie next. Bobbie, who are you cancelling this month?
Right, so there's a subplot and there's a main plot, okay, like a Simpsons episode. So the subplot is I want to cancel my Pilates membership. Because before coming on this show tonight, well, as we were just about to go on stream, I looked at my bank statement and I was like, that's a suspicious payment for $36.47 from a random bank account that started with a bunch of random letters and numbers like a fucking Wi-Fi password. And then I realized, oh no, it's because I signed up to this stupid Pilates thing. So now I've got to do Pilates for a whole fucking year now. And I've got to do it. I'm sorry, but there's only so many ways that the muscles can bend. Do you know what I mean? Like, what am I going to do? Become a circle by the end of it? What the fuck? Anyway, I want to cancel that. I want the money back from that. Thank you. The main thing I want to cancel is this guy called Rob, who I met on a date in Leeds last year. Because he was a bit of an idiot. So I turn up to the date and we both have a bit to drink and we start kissing a bit, which was nice. But then he tells me that I'm the love of his life, which, considering that, we're both in our mid to late 20s, that's quite premature to say. Like, telling someone in your 20s who's also in their 20s that they're the love of your life, it's like announcing the results of your Spotify Wrapped in March. Like, you just don't know. Do you know what I mean? You don't know what's around the corner, for better or for worse. He tells me 3 things about his living situation that give me red flag vibes, okay? He tells me he's still living with his ex-girlfriend. They live in a 1-bedroom flat. And the ex-girlfriend was away for 10 days, okay? Which gave me the vibe. I might be wrong, but I'm quite empathetic. And I gathered that he was cheating. So I then tried to leave the date. And he doesn't like that because he thought he was onto a sure thing. So he tells me a very, very romantic thing to get me to go home with him. So he says to me, Bobbie, I'm between jobs at the moment. And I haven't got a great deal to do. So I could either do you or stare at the wall.
That's it.
Anyway, I left him the following morning, and I. It was a mostly true story. I didn't go home with him. I have too much Pilates.
Too much
Too much Pilates to see to, you know. Got to bend this way, got to bend that way. Howl at the moon, all of that.
You've not got time for it all. Amazing. Thanks very much. Quenby, one of you next. Who are you cancelling this month?
First of all, I'd just like to say thanks for making me feel great about getting married last year in my 20s, Bobbie. Though to be fair, yesterday my wife did say, it's like, yeah, I don't really like people. I'm not really attracted to people with facial hair. And I have a beard, so I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe the clock is ticking. I'm going to cancel I know I did a very heavy topic, or my trending category, but I really think it's important to use my platform to bring attention to really important issues. It might not be funny, but I think it needs to be said. There are too many kinds of salt.
Yes.
Like, why is like the salt section in the supermarket the same size as the rest of the seasonings? It's ridiculous. I mean, like in my house there are two kinds of salt. You have like the fine grain salt, which is cheaper for like putting in soups or sauces or stews or whatever. And then if you're a little sprinkle of salt on top of like some potatoes or whatever, you got the coarser grain salt, but we sometimes call sea salt. It's just larger crystals, the same fucking thing. But it's just sort of, that's all you need. You need two kinds of salt. But you go to the supermarket and it's like fucking pink salt, fucking like, oh, this is grey salt, this is this salt, and like, why are there so many brands? I don't care. It's sodium chloride. It's a chemical compound. It's not going to be. You can't taste the difference, Jonny. You cannot taste the difference between the different kinds of salt. So why does this one cost 10 times as much? It just annoys me. And like, why are there like salt crackers? Like fresh pepper, yeah. There's a difference in taste between pre-powdered pepper and fresh cracked pepper because the flavour molecules degrade when they come into contact with the air. So that does make a difference. But salt fucking doesn't. Salt doesn't. There's no benefit to like fresh cracking your salt. Just use flake salt for the like bigger bits. It's yeah, I'm sorry. I know I get passionate, but this might be the greatest injustice I see in the world right now. And I think, yeah, thank you all for listening.
Fab. Amazing. I agree. Fuck all. I have nothing to add. That was very passionate. I enjoy how more passionate you were about that than like war going on in the West. But also, I don't entirely.
Apathy.
But also, I don't entirely
what's the
disagree.
point?
So valid. But to round us off, we've got Jono Murray. So, Jono, who are you cancelling this month?
On the side, so I'm gonna not cancel, but maybe sort of let's like think about the life cycle again, because things just move a bit too fast, and I don't get a lot of the things that are happening in the world, like the salt argument, for example. I can't keep up with it. So how sick would it be, rather than like you die and you're dead forever? What if you could just die for a bit? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just for a bit, and like you get like 50 years to use up, so you can die up like 3 times or something, and you just had enough, and you go, you know what? I just want to see what's going on in like 10 years. So I'm gonna go proper rest. You come back, things are different, but then that scares me as well, because again, things move too fast. If I die for 10 years and come back, what if there's loads more shit that I don't understand? Apparently, fucking the American government have got aliens. Now, I was always a weirdo for believing in aliens, but now it looks like it's probably real. Another thing that I'm scared of are ghosts. In 10 years' time, will we know that ghosts exist? I don't know. But what might make that easier is if we can just die for a little bit. And just... But then it also gives you a sort of taste of what's after. Because one of the big questions is, what's after death? So we'll just have a look and see what's going on, and some of us might not like it. You know what I mean? Like, some of us might think, I'm doing really well, and like, I'm nice to everyone. But you're a closet racist or something, and you get there, and you're like, that's not my granddad, that's Hitler. I'm not where I think I am. So then, you can change your outlook and like your behaviours in life, and then that gives you the way to get into heaven if you believe in such things. But yeah, I think I couldn't pick from anything. So I think it all boils down to the fact that we can just die for a little bit. Just to see what's going on and give ourselves the best. We don't work too hard anyway.
So you want to cancel life, but temporarily?
Yeah, not necessarily. Just let's all just go back to the drawing board. Do you know what I mean? Because let's face it. We're obviously, if God exists, we're not His creation. We're a fucking prototype. The amount of mad shit that's going on with us. You know what I mean? We're not. You know, so I think if he just sits there with his boys and says, because it is God, it's all men in it. He had Mary Magdalene for a bit, but fucking she did her own thing. But all the boys sit there. And you go, right, let's rejig this. Let's like, rather than like the dead and gone, let's just go the Buddhist route a bit. Let's give them a bit of like a look into what's going on. But, I don't know. Maybe you'll do that, but I don't think God's a socialist. So.
Thanks very much. We got deeply philosophical, much more than I expected in this round. Amazing. Thanks very much. Right, I'm gonna pick the shortlist for that now. This is. I say this every time, but this is a hard one. Okay, I think I'm going to nominate for the poll. Once I set it up. I guess I'll put apathy there. Fuck it. We'll put Bobbie's Pilates membership just because that needs cancelling. And also.
Can you put it as Rob from Leeds?
Yeah. I'm putting Pilates membership / Rob from Leeds.
Thank you.
No problem.
They are connected issues.
They are connected issues.
Yeah.
That is too many characters, so it's just Rob from L. I am torn between Barney Walsh and different kinds of salt. I'm going to go with Barney Walsh just because that's been more on my mind recently because I did actually watch Gladiators the other day.
It's just a privilege to bring attention to this important issue. Really.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and yeah, you make. So
I really want to watch it now.
So, okay, the poll's going to be live now. It's 5 minutes. You can vote whether you want to cancel apathy. Pilates member. I just put Pilates member, not even membership. Pilates member / Rob from L.
That could be cancelling me.
Pilates
That's fine.
member. I'm just going to remove membership. That will fix it. Then I can put Rob from Leeds in full, and Barney Walsh from Gladiators. So. You can start getting your votes in now.
Can't believe you're happy with the amount of Grahams going around.
It's a hard
unabated,
one. But,
unsolicited Grahams.
Graham Massey from 808 State.
I like that these are all tied 1 vote each at the minute. That really... I enjoy that a lot. Okay, apathy's winning now. Of course it is.
Oh no!
Right. So while that poll's playing out, we're gonna have another break now. Just a reminder: if you're enjoying the show, or to be honest, even if you're not, we need to eat. So if you'd like to reward us by giving us some money, that will be split amongst the acts, and we can assure that we can indeed do that. We've got PayPal, Patreon, or you can donate right here on Twitch. I'll put the link in the chat, and I'll also put the GoFundMe for V's funeral as well. If you want to chip some money towards that as well, that would be amazing. Right, let's have a look at some of these comments we've missed. I think the salt one's a bit controversial. Barney Walsh is winning.
I'm a fan of the all forms of salt in this world.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, Fishface60 says, check the use-by date of the salt. I guess that's in reference to whether it's better to have cracked or pre-powdered ones. I'll might need to ask you to confirm that because I can't bother to Google it. But that could be an interesting spanner in the argument. Safi Bislasanu has just commented, try before you die, which is a great succinction of what Jonny was saying there. I like that. Gray the Earthling said, I want to see a version of Buck Rogers in the 25th century with JONO as the protagonist. Yes. That would be fucking iconic. I just realized as well, I've just had this on me for like the last minute, so sorry. You didn't see anyone else. You were just looking at my stupid face.
So self-centered.
So self-centered, I am.
Disgusting.
More 3193 has just had a couple of oofs. I don't know what they were in reference to, but oof indeed. Fishface60, my dad's called Graham. He is a bit conservative, but he keeps that to himself these days. I mean, if we can get rid of Linehan, I think any other Graham. I think that's a work.
My Uncle Graham's lovely.
Yeah, but would you sacrifice him to get rid of Gremlin? No, let's
No,
not go there.
he's great. He does
Okay,
well.
okay.
Is this the would you sacrifice millions to save billions argument you've got
Yes,
going on?
would you sacrifice your uncle to say... Okay. Easy one. Would you convince your uncle to change his name if we can get rid of Gremlin?
That's much better. That's much better.
It's spelled differently.
Oh, that's
It's
fine
spelled-
then. Cool, okay.
Oh no! I don't.
Okay.
I'll go for all of them.
Oh, just all the spellings.
No.
Okay.
I love my Uncle Graham.
To
He's very cool.
be fair, the GRAEME one is quite pretentious, so probably not more.
Oh, that's the one my uncle has, but he's northern, in a kind of definitely descended from Vikings kind of way. Like, he's
Graham-y.
tall and blonde and terrifying, but he's actually, only Cumbrian, so he used to skip school to read Lord of the Rings at stone circles. He's one of those
my
brains.
God.
I know.
Right.
You're not winning me over with this.
Okay, there's still
No.
a couple minutes to get
Also,
in.
the person is wrong. Salt doesn't go off like that. It just doesn't.
Doesn't.
Like,
Okay.
I mean, like if you have like a high moisture content in your kitchen, you might find it like clumping together, but like it doesn't go off like that. Like it just doesn't.
Listen.
Don't believe Big Salt.
Listen.
Don't believe Big Salt. If you look up the tasting notes of different kinds of salt, they'll be like, oh well, you can taste a hint of lavender. Oh, this one tastes of salt. It tastes of salt because it's salt.
They sometimes put other things in it. That's kind of like going, this wine, it's only H2O, or it's mainly H2O. That's all it tastes of.
If someone makes a garlic salt, which is like garlic granules mixed with salt, then that's like a flavor thing with a salt in it. But like things which are purely like different kinds of salt is what I'm talking about. I don't want to like get into like marinades and rubs and dry brining. Like,
Listen,
If it's
QUENBY.
mined, it's going to have different minerals in it, which is why pink salt is pink, and that's why because it's got other stuff in it.
you know what?
And
What
it's
it doesn't
still
do?
salt.
Change the taste.
What?
It doesn't change the taste.
It
It's like a
does.
few percent.
Fish Face 60,
used
I see my joke about the absurdity of salt expiry dates has had the desired effect.
Can I just say that, like, if you've never tried eating a pack of salt and shake crisps without the salt,
they're
it's
horrible.
Yeah.
Barney Walsh is being
Yeah.
cancelled. Barney Walsh, 57% of the vote. So
there we
we're
go.
cancelling
The
Barney Walsh.
system
Good.
works.
So next week, Gladiators will be much better. Cool. Okay.
I had a packet of salt once, and it had a QR code on it,
All right.
and it. And I scanned it, and it gave me an ingredients list for the packet of salt.
It's a long list.
Wow.
There was a long list of allergens that the salt didn't have. There was no sulfites, no celery, no nuts.
It's gluten free. It's vegan.
Yeah, it was just salt.
I think that's the thing with like ground salt versus grind it yourself salt is they sometimes have like anti-clumping agents to stop it from clumping.
Oh,
Even though
not an
clumping is
anti-clumping
fine.
agent.
Fucking
Hell,
salt.
that's sexy.
Okay, so at the end of that round, Katie's team are on 14 points and Bobbie's team are on 11 points. Katie's team have taken the lead, but there is still, I was going to say everything to play for, but really there's the same amount of things to play for as before, which is nothing ultimately. So that's where we are. Right, I'm going to go get some water and go for a piss. Maybe not in that order. I might treat myself. But I'll see you in a bit.
Yeah, well, as long as you let us know which order. They didn't hear me. Now we'll never know.
No. I used some Himalayan pink salt the other week to exfoliate the dry skin on my forehead. Now, that's something that I could never have done with regular table salt.
Well, is that what you meant to use Himalayan salt for? Because I've actually...
No, it's not. So I'm too cheap to buy proper exfoliant like a normal girl. And my housemate is very middle class and has Himalayan pink salt in the kitchen. And I was like, that looks abrasive. And I just rubbed it on my face until it was smooth.
Yeah. You seasoned your face.
I have. It was maybe delicious. I don't know. Nobody tasted it.
You could tell by the colour of my face that I used Tate and Lyle on mine. So,
QUENBY, I'm not causing dissension in our team, but like this is lovely.
Yeah, celery salt is lovely because it's not. It's the name used for celery powder and salt mixed together.
yeah, it's like horseradish.
I enjoy the fact that I get my Himalayan sea salt from Poundland because I'm working class and pretentious, and I've realised it's pink salt or pink rock salt grinder. And it's half.
I feel like that's probably, they can't call it Himalayan salt because that's probably just like salt which has been made with some pink food dye.
Yeah.
Oh no, coarse Atlantic sea salt and pink Himalayan salt. No MSG preservatives or colorants, which is annoying because I have to put in my MSG separately.
I just noticed Johnny's on-air sign isn't on.
We've got to do it all again.
Have we done all of this for nothing?
I want to know we went for the piss first or maybe water first.
We have to like maintain the same level of energy the second time through, and
I'm 3/4 of the way through my bottle of wine. I'm going to throw it all back up again.
And then re-drink it.
And go for the piss. What if he's drinking the water while he's having a piss and it just fully goes through the system? I'm going to ask if he did that. That'd be a really cool thing to do.
What, to drink on the toilet?
So you're still drinking and you're pissing while it's going. So it's like
fair to me.
I do that in evenings sometimes. It's good.
Yeah,
it's a great thing to amuse yourself with.
Yeah, it's not something I've done yet, but I may be doing it. I might do it in a minute.
I mean, we're on a break now. I can take the phone and we can.
Bear with me. I'll be back. I'm actually deciding, but I'm going to do it with my beer for a laugh. One moment, guys.
Aw, it's nice to know he's enjoying himself.
We've turned Blizzard into a science experiment.
He's going to drink while also pissing, thus turning into a slow waterfall.
I think I did that earlier on and nothing extraordinary happened.
No, it's just a bit of fun.
Just a bit of fun?
Why not?
Yeah. I think I might have higher standards for fun.
I don't think I've ever tried drinking while pissing.
I can't afford any subscriptions, so I have no Netflix or Amazon Prime. All I have is pissing and drinking.
I guess that's technically a subscription, isn't it? Like...
Yeah, I've got my 7 Trent subscription.
I've never tried pissing and drinking, but I have tried pissing and walking before.
I didn't.
Wow.
And it doesn't work.
Yeah, you
I don't know what it is.
Way to route it yet.
My PC muscle just completely paralyzes me from or the stream of my piss is just too voluptuous and it pushes me back. I don't know. But
has anyone ever described a stream of piss as voluptuous?
You could probably tell from the pause before the word voluptuous that wasn't my first choice of words. I'm just kind of like, that'll do.
Jono, how was it?
Didn't like it.
No?
What did I miss? What did he try?
So I said, you're going to go for the piss and get some water. I said, how cool would it be if you drink a water while pissing?
Okay.
He's like, what are you going to do? So I thought I'd give it a go. The bathroom's over there, but I'm currently still sore. So I couldn't really stand upright. I was concentrating on if I aim right. And I thought I could sit down. But
yeah, it's easier if you sit down.
Yeah.
No, I like the idea of stood up and then it's like all right, all the way down. But I'm just not.
And then you just solve the energy crisis. You just make a perpetual piss machine.
Exactly. Perpetual.
I have nothing to add to this conversation about drinking and piss without taking this stream down a dark alleyway.
Don't use the term stream.
It is after watersheds. Shockers, that.
Watershed.
I used to think that golden showers were just having sex in the shower. I didn't think it was pissing on each other in the shower.
Oh no.
That's really sweet.
Yeah.
It's not though, is it? It's not.
It's just a term for a really good shower. This
Yeah,
shower
it's
is
like,
so good.
this is a golden
It's
time.
golden.
It's valuable, like time with my lover.
No, it's the thinking it's more innocent that's sweet, you know. It makes it like a Two Ronnies gag.
Favourite sketch, that one.
I was going to say favourite BDSM object to Ronnie's gag.
I just noticed Kate's changed the name to Bram Stoker's Dracula. That was probably done ages
She
ago.
did that at the start
I
of
only-
the show.
literally
I put
only
in the
just
chat
noticed that.
Bram Stoker's D, and
Yeah,
I don't think
Bram
anyone understood what was
Stoker's
going on.
Oh yeah. So yeah, on the stream it's just Bram Stoker's D. It does say Dracula in the Zoom call, but amazing. Cat. Yeah, Jono's got a cat. Yeah. Which one's that? Is that Tilly?
Yeah, the one with the bad names, the turtle downstairs.
Oh, okay, yeah. That one's not a cat.
Anybody doesn't know, the turtle's called Peter Sutcliffe. I think it's dead clever because he only ever tries to bite women. It was a funny name. And then he said, "Should really name an animal after the Yorkshire Terrier?" And someone tried to make me feel guilty, saying, "How would that animal feel about it?" So I don't know, it's a turtle. I don't think he cares.
To be fair, Maxine Wage named her cat after Prince Andrew. So Prince
Also,
Andrew
that
Wade.
turtle can take solace in the fact they're going to outlive Peter Sutcliffe.
Yeah.
It's a good point.
How long do the turtles live for, by the way? It's a while, isn't it?
Depends
I mean, like-
what breed.
It also depends how you treat them, I suppose.
I think they can live from like 80 years up to like 150.
I did not
Like some of them.
Yeah.
This is why it's good if you could just die for a bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm running the risk of that turtle not living me at the minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to like it's kind of like, you know, like a medieval lord. You need to like find an heir to pass your land and turtle onto, like, and train them in the duty of upholding your turtle's way of life.
Yeah, sorry, I was aware of my own then.
That's all right.
I was aware of my own. I'm trying to think about what you said. I was just sort of do this just to say that like I'm back in the room. So sorry. I just don't want too many things going on.
I will do the phones for you ad to let you know that I'm back in the room.
Your missus just screamed from down the stairs, and like the turtle is awake at the minute. So I don't know what's going on.
Your life is a very violent soap opera.
Yeah, there's always something going on.
Bram Stoker's Dracula's back. Cool.
Before I was Katie's iPhone,
Yeah.
I thought it would be funny to be broadcasting off of Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Love it.
Thank you.
Right. Okay.
It was mainly to amuse myself.
If anyone else it amuses is just incidental. That's
Yeah,
very much. Yeah,
It
that is very much my
amused
approach to
me.
comedy at this point. So,
Yeah.
I went wrong trying to be popular so the clubs would book me. And then they did,
all
and
you
I
need to
didn't
say
like
is just I
it.
know
So
Katie Mitchell, then I'll stop booking you.
Yeah.
I'm going to include that.
It doesn't work if the gig actually pays money.
That's fine. I don't like those ones anyway.
No, they're bad.
So please give us money so we can be a gig that pays money, but also nice and all that things. Right. Okay. Let's crack on with the show. Unless does anyone else want to test this drinking water pissing theory? Or are we good?
I didn't take any. I feel like I let the side down. I didn't take any. To the
That's fine.
bathroom.
I mean, I think at least one of you is doing the show next month. You can just this can be your homework. Just report back on the progress. Brilliant. Cool.
That was the weakest homework ever set, even weaker than a supply teacher.
I
Go home
am
and
weaker
think
than a supply
about what
teacher.
kindness means to you.
That would be a very nice thing to do. Okay, our penultimate game is the Great Debate, because Twitch really needs more content that's just 6 people talking loudly over each other about issues they know nothing about and treating debate like a sporting hypothetical rather than a crucial society-altering issue with the gravity and research it deserves. This game, each of our guests will be discussing the issue of military conscription from the point of view of one of their 6 assigned characters, and points will go to who portrays their character's views in the most entertaining way. I will be attempting to moderate in this discussion. We are going to be joined by Bobbie, who is the ghost of Winston Churchill, Laura, who is an anti-war pacifist protester, QUENBY, who is Vladimir Putin, Katie Mitchell, who is that woman from the We Can Do It poster from World War II, you know that one. Ian, I didn't bring a visual aid, just Google it. Ian Lane is a NATO commander, and JONO Murray is a boomer born in 1960 who has never fought in a war. So thank you all for joining us to discuss this issue. So opening statements. We'll start with good old Churchill. Do you support the return of mandatory military service in the UK?
Yes, I do actually. I've actually written a short speech. I've adapted a speech that I wrote quite a few years ago. Actually, my glasses are steaming up. They're not used to this position on my nose. It's fine. I'm aware that we need to enlist the Generation Z that are on TikTok. So I've adapted it with that in mind. We will fight them with these bitches. We will fight them with growing confidence and self-care. We will never surrender, but we will slay. And there's also a little dance I want them to do, because the children love the TikTok dances. I might do that later on if I regain confidence, but that's my opening statement.
Amazing. Oh, thank you very much, Winston Churchill. It was worth resurrecting you just for that. Okay, well, moving on so we'll hear from Ian next, NATO commander. I'm sure you have some views on this. Do you support mandatory military service in the UK?
Hello, how you doing? Hey, hello. Sorry, what were you asking?
Do you support mandatory military service in the UK?
Mandatory military service. Oh, that's a good. Hang on, let me just check if we've got that in stock. Bear with me. Mandatory military service in the UK. I've got about 1,949 of those at the moment. Like, I'll see if we can. Is that? There might be a few that I can slip you on the side. It's gone down to 1,945 now. Is that going to be a problem? Or has that gone up? Hang on, I need to check my figures here. No, yeah, 4 have just sold in the time it took me to say that. Sorry, what was the question?
That's all right. That's a perfect answer. Thanks for that. We'll come back to you in a little bit.
Be lucky.
Okay, I'm going to move to Katie next, because I am absolutely loving this fucking recreation. Iconic. What is your view on a country that you weren't used in, as opposed to having mandatory military conscription?
Mandatory military conscription, more like you can do it. You can wear a bandana and make dynamite, and you can flex one arm, which was actually quite hard on the shoulder if you want to keep it up to, say, a 10-minute bit. I'm finding out now.
You just take a screenshot of it and make it a display picture, then you can turn your camera off and then it'll just be Okay, we'll keep figuring that out. Jono, we'll move to you now as the token boomer of the discussion. What are your views on mandatory military conscription? Do you think that should be brought back?
Fuck it, let's go. How many Belter films have there been? Know what I mean? Like, no, actually, I want to take these words back, because my arm man fought in World War II, and he'd kick fuck out of me afterwards, and he'd shout shit at me in German. Fucking, I backed away from that. But was I a prince? Maybe. But Belter films, though. Belter films. Don't know how a film would go, though, with a load of fucking TikTokers storming the beaches of... Who are we beefing with again? Are we still beefing with the Germans?
No,
No, she's the other one, darling.
Oh, yeah.
I
But
think,
they
yeah.
didn't even have a beach. Somewhere with the beach. Fucking, let's go back to Forks. That was a laugh. We'll go there. We'll go to the beach. And then like a load of TikTokers will do like little videos of themselves. So it might not be as good as Band of Brothers. Band of Thems. You know what I'm saying? So let's be. I'm thinking about this to include everyone here.
It's really nice you're trying to be so inclusive with it. Thanks very much. Pleasantly surprising. Apparently, okay. Well, we'll move to, I guess, some possible opposition now. We've got Laura's and a protester against war. What are your views on mandatory military conscription?
Well, obviously my views on military. But hang on. I've got a sign here. What do you mean I can't have a bloody? What do you mean I can't have a sign? What do you mean I can't have a? Why have you put a bloody sort of fine? Fine. So, me and my friend, we're obviously very much against conscription, and we've gone on to Rhyme Zone and we've looked up all of the words that rhyme with conscription, and we've come up with some catchy rhymes for you.
Oh, go on then.
Free prescriptions. No to military conscription. Yeah. Well, just yeah.
Amazing. Okay, I'm sure we'll hear some more of them later. Thanks very much for that. I'm also joined by Vladimir Putin. So what are your views on possibly conscription being brought back to the UK military?
Yes.
Yes, sure.
When your blood is soaking the fields of Ukraine, your country will be divided and more easily subjugated.
Actually, quite a scary Putin. Okay, thanks very much for coming on the stream. Love to have your input.
I am so relatable.
Yes, you are. Okay, so I guess, to open up discussion a little bit to the panel. So I guess...
Can I just ask a quick question to Putin?
Go for it.
I used to ask about sending people to war when you can't even put good guards in for windows. You've got people falling out of windows all the time. Do you really think you can afford to send them? They'll all fall out of windows before you can get there. Think about it. I'm sharing some knowledge with you.
Your flesh will rot.
Yeah, we do that on aisle 9.
I am very much shipping Putin in this boomer. I don't know what it is, but I'm sensing some chemistry here. Okay. I guess, it's a broader question. I guess largely to the NATO commander, but an open question to the panel. Are we prepared for conflict with Russia if that arises, and what more do we need to do to be prepared for it?
No. Oh, sorry.
I would just like to interject here, Mr. Putin. Just mark my words. If I see you in the street, you'll have to catch these hands. If I see you on the street,
hands like I catch bear.
It's on sight, okay? This is to rally the Gen Z troops. What we need to do is tell them that you're a narcissist, and going to war is an act of self-care. Every bullet is a boundary. You know, there's going to be a lot of bullets. You're going to die, my friend.
My propaganda says I am autism. So if you attack me, that is microaggression.
I don't
Also,
I've
how relatable.
committed atrocities abroad to all manner of people. I don't care for the autism. I don't know what that is. I probably got it, actually. Look at me.
But for TikToker, too.
Red Dawn, we need a sequel to that. Yeah, let's go. Should be fine. That was the score, wasn't it? Imagine all the kids at the council estate. Red Dawn, Red Dawn, even Red Dawn. That's universal. Hit me up.
Okay, we still haven't heard from the protester and
Dave.
Yeah, that one.
It's my friend Dave.
Dave.
He's just randomly here. He's just whispering more slogans, but like I say, I mean, there's rhymezone.com. So like we're going. I don't know what gription means. I don't know what gription means. I can't incorporate this into a catchy rhyme. It says that it's a sticky grip when in contact with slippery surfaces. How is that relevant to what we're talking about, you dickhead?
Okay, while you're sorting that out,
Listen. I just want to say you asked about the conflict,
yes,
right? And all I'm going to say is that NATO will outshine anyone on prices any day of the week. Okay, like we have got the best rates going, so we will win this conflict no matter what. No matter what. No matter what. Excuse me.
We can do it.
Yeah, put your back into it.
Yeah.
I have access to all your emails.
What?
On my emails. Oh, but
I have access.
My CSATs are great.
go on. We can do it, poster. What were you saying?
Before, it was only men who could get conscripted. Now, both men and women can be conscripted, leaving the country to be run by non-binary people and children.
Fair point. Fair point. We're gonna be inclusive, everyone. Everyone's included. Let's subscribe, everyone. Am I too old? Sorry, no.
I think you're too old now. Yeah.
For fuck's sake. Sounds like...
You can join Russian army.
Yeah, but I'm not. My balance isn't that great, Peter. Like I said, you can sort out your windows. I'll come over to the harpies. A lot of pent-up aggression, all starting in Benidorm. You know what I mean? Those Germans kept taking me towels. But, yeah, no, I never got to do anything because by the time I got angry, World War II was already ended. Oh.
Okay, we're getting some good insights here. So I guess, oh shit, it's 10. Okay, we'll start wrapping this up shortly. Okay.
Yeah, if you want me to wrap it up, I can do that for you.
Thank you very much, NATO.
You're
okay,
welcome. Be lucky.
We'll move on to the closing statements then. Would you be willing to take up arms for this country's defence if it came to it? Open question to the panel.
Well, obviously I would not. Obviously Hang on. I'm not doing another goddamn slogan. I don't care if it says that that's an actual... Fuck. Fine. Foreign types with the hookah pipe say, way-oh, 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 walk like an Egyptian, say no to conscription. This isn't going to work, Dave. Sorry. Carry on.
What was that? What was the question?
Would you be willing to take up arms for this country's defence if it came to it?
Honestly, like we sell fences, we sell all sorts. I'd be well up for. Jonny, I just realised I misheard you. I thought you said Netto Commander. I completely fucked this whole segment up. I'm so sorry. I thought, do you mean me to do this again?
That's fine.
Right.
We can leave it there. Thank you very much. I'm going to take that as my thought on the admin side of booking this question time panel. Churchill, would you be willing to take up arms against this country, even though you are one of them deads now?
I am one of them dead, but I subsist with the memory in this country. Every cenotaph has a piece of me inside it. Every pig, every puppy contains a part of my soul. And I just need a nice little Gen Z person to take up my TikTok so I can do my Megan Thee Stallion dances. and take part in the Nicki Minaj beef against Megan Thee Stallion. I don't understand what's going on there, but and yes, I'm a savage. Thank you very much. That's my Megan Thee Stallion impression. I'm going to go to bed now because I'm rather depressed. I'm very much like the Gen Z crowd in that I'm also very mentally ill. So. Thank you.
We can do it, poster. Would you take up arms to defend this country?
What was the question?
No, I was talking to the poster lady.
Oh,
I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
I already have arms. Whoa, look at them. Why would I need to take up arms when my job is to make arms? Where I'll be riveting guns, apparently, I believe was my role. What do you mean we've outsourced all industry in this country to other places? I don't want to go to war. I want to make things for war and dye my hair blonde with dynamite and wear cool bandanas and stuff, but I can't go to war. I'm a 1950s paper woman. What am I going to do? Wrap myself around Russian rocks? It doesn't.
Thanks very much for your input there. Putin, would you be willing to take up arms to defend this country if you were conscribed?
I have taken arm before. It is not so hard. People think you need very sharp blade, but actually a heavy blade is much better. If you have circular saw, you can cut through like butter, but enough about 10th birthday. Yes, I will take arms.
Okay, thanks very much, Putin. And Boomer, finishing off with you. Would you take arms to defend this country?
Well, let me weigh up the options a bit. So you told me I'm too old, so am I automatically gonna fight now?
In this hypothetical scenario, yeah.
Okay,
I mean, in this hypothetical scenario, we're also conscripting Putin.
Like
we
I said,
are
I've got
fighting.
a lot of pencil banging, you know what I mean? My half hours in World War II, he had the night sweats at night and stuff. But I was in the arse end of the rations, and spam's alright, and it was pretty fucking cheap. Now, if I want to go down a Stolzer Road, where I go find me tea and get some eggs, the spam get expensive. Does the spam, if I go to war, does it become cheap again? Answer the question. Stop getting around. Answer the question. Will it go cheap?
Comparatively, yeah.
We're going to war, baby. Let's go.
Brilliant. Thanks very much. Oh, this is a hard one to score. I'm going to give both Bobbie and Katie 7 points for Winston Churchill and the We Can Do It Lady, respectively. Particularly, the commitment to the poster was incredible, Katie. Good work.
Thank you.
And I think I'm going to give the runner-up points to JONO's Boomer and Laura's slogans, which again means the points are once again evenly distributed for each team. So fuck it. QUENBY and Ian can also get a point each because nothing matters. So 11 points to both teams.
Jonny, there were two of us. There was me and Davis, and 1 point each.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, actually, you should score more.
I did a costume.
Look, I
11 points each.
And rolled my glasses down my eyes and looked like Churchill.
You
Ian
got
was
literally the
far
same
funnier
amount of
than you've
points as
given
each other.
him credit for.
Yeah, my tie used to be a living thing, okay? Can that have a point?
Right, 11
Ian
points each.
deserves 7 points. He can have my 7 points, and that's fine. I
Okay.
really enjoyed the next
I will give Ian your 7 points. He is on your team. It's still 11 points to each team.
Oh, no. It turns out I'm on my own team. You know, I'm like Gibraltar. I'm up this team.
I'm just going to say that Neto hasn't been a thing in this country for a decade now. So if you're going to use,
I still didn't get
I
it.
had no idea what you're talking about with Neto.
No, but I also enjoyed
it.
it.
I, but you don't see me kind of faltering, do you?
Right, 11 points each. Katie's team on 25 points. Bobbie's team on 22 points. We'll go to the last round now, which is, oh my god, what a laugh that would be if that happened. XD lol crying laugh emoji. This round is a free-for-all. I'm going to give topics, and you all will come in with your suggestions, and points will be given to those I find the funniest. Our first topic, if I find the right OBS slide, bear with me. Oh yeah, it's the one that I titled the thing. That helps. So, our first topic... Oh, God, what's going on? I'm so lost. There we are. Okay. Is that... No, there we are. Unnerving things to hear from an AI.
Nice teeth.
I'm sorry, I can't do this. I'm disabled.
Hello, I'm Johnny Collins, and I'm so happy to be your host and compere tonight.
To save you some time, I've linked your browsing history with your social media profiles.
Sorry, we don't have any idea what Blizzard comedy is. Have you tried Mock the Week?
We have renewed your Pilates subscription for £37 a year. Fresh bitch.
Barney Walsh is a dinosaur of our imagination.
What does meat taste like?
Oh, I finally learned how to do hands. Again, I've censored myself there for the second part of that.
Thank you for that.
All right.
Honestly, since Elon said all that stuff, it's been so stressful.
Okay, any more for that one?
ASL.
Alpine Irritants, now on sale.
What was that? Was that Bobbie? Were you saying something?
I couldn't find my my answers. It's because I'd written them on my work laptop and sent them to myself. So that's why. The only thing I've got here, apart from something Winston Churchill said earlier, is I've just informed your mother about your FetLife account.
Which is also something that Winston Churchill said earlier.
Okay, next one. Bad things to hear on your first day in the military.
Okay, everyone brought their own guns, right?
So the radiation isn't actually meant to be that bad.
So this is an orange. It's about the same shape as a grenade. So what we're going to do is try and scare the enemy by taking the pip out the top of the orange and throwing it over the wall.
You all did your own training, right?
We will fight them on the beaches, but the entire army is allergic to sand.
We find that soldiers fight much better and they're much more obedient if we lobotomize them first. That's right, lobotomize them. I pioneered this procedure, apparently.
We now take on gay recruits.
We will fight them on the beaches, but do not go swimming. These are not paddling beaches. The water is disgusting.
No diving, no bombing.
Look, kids, you've got to choose one. You've either got to choose the group WhatsApp or Microsoft Teams. You've got to choose one of them.
You know, Andy McNabb started out by doing the coffee.
So what we've done is we've got this unit set up, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to train you how to fight a war using these Xboxes. So we're going to fight this war whilst playing Spyro the Dragon.
No, you cannot have a green beret just because it looks cute.
Katie, you're going to do one, I think.
Oh, the main thing about the military is it's mainly about cleaning your boots and how you clean it. And that's mainly what we're going to be doing over the next 8 weeks.
Have you seen Starship Troopers? Yeah, our shower's actually like that.
Alexa, play I'll Make You a Man from the Mulan soundtrack.
You'll be fighting again.
Did anyone see my pin?
It's our us, not our me.
So if we survive to Christmas, do we get to play a football match? Because I really don't like football.
Okay.
Have you noticed how cheap spam is now?
Any more for that one?
Yeah, just kids doing TikToks of them cleaning their guns to the TikTok sound. I think I like this little life.
Okay, so under 12s to the right.
You ever seen Small Soldiers? Yeah, our showers are like that as well.
Okay, final one. Unlikely election slogans.
Vote Rishi Sunak. Got him.
We're going to make things better.
But Conservatives, we're red now.
We're always clear and transparent.
We're going to renationalise the public utilities that never should have been nationalised in the first place, because every public utility that has been privatised has gone to shit very quickly and stopped doing the service that it needs to do. That's all of them, and so we're just going to get them all back.
Hang on a second. It doesn't fucking rot. If you want a life without worries, vote for the Tories.
We unambiguously support trans people.
Something Winston Churchill said earlier.
We've got a nice bird in our logo.
Vote new Labour.
We're going to reinforce the statues.
Yeah, I know.
The only political party. Oh, sorry.
Carry on.
The only political party fronted by an XL bully.
I know it's there again. It just keeps. If you want a party that's dead as a dodo, vote for the one with a tree as its logo. Logo and dodo don't rhyme, for fuck's sake.
This party is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends.
Vote Vladimir Putin. This is not a psyop.
The party that makes you say, oh shit, he's going to say it.
We've got a nice flower in our logo.
And if you've enjoyed my policies, please remember to put an X in your box on election day. Remember to like and subscribe.
And
Remember,
you called us
the party
anti-Semitic then.
Go on, Katie.
Remember, the party that you agree with 10% and the party you agree with 80% are the same. Vote for neither. Abstain because of your moral high ground. 4 more years. 4 more years.
Remember, everyone, democracy is a dog whistle.
And you think this is bad?
Vote Liberal Democrat.
Never gets old. Right. Any more for that one while I work out the final scores? And by work out, I mean copy some Excel cells into OBS.
We couldn't find a colour we liked better.
Vote for a coalition between the Green Party and the Red Party. It's the Muddy Brown Party.
Oh, come on.
Nick Clegg was good, wasn't he?
Would you guys hate me if I used Comic Sans for this one?
Sunak is worth 9 in Scrabble. Starmer is worth 9 in Scrabble. Vote us, Liberal Democrats, for 23 points of accessibility.
No, honestly, Green Party is viable in your area.
Oh.
Vince Cable
I like
was
them,
actually a
but it's
cable.
bad, isn't it? Like,
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't disagreeing. I was just depressed.
Vote Labour because we care.
Okay, right. I'm gonna call the final scores there. But before I do, just want to say a huge thank you to all of our guests for taking part. Sam, who can't be here today, but for making this beautiful OBS template and ensuring the stream actually functions, even when she can't be here. Andrew Taylor for all the additional research. Oh, I've not seen Andrew Taylor in the chat. Oh, I missed you, Andrew. thanks for sending me all the weird news story links every month. When I realized last week that I'd forgot to actually pay any attention to the news, I had to scramble this together. Can you tell? Thanks for that. And a special again shout out for V for all her years of support, and once again, if you'd like to show support and love for a family and help them in a very difficult time, I'll pop the donation, the GoFundMe, in the chat. But at the end of the show, Bobbie's team have got 31 points, but the winners are Katie's team with 36 points.
Oh, yay! I'm sorry, Bobbie.
It's fine. It's fine.
I normally write for the show, but I haven't, and I've just drunk wine. I've been very much carried by Ian and Jono. I tried to lose, but...
Well, up until like round 5, you were losing, so that's something, I guess.
I don't affect my self-confidence at all.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
only
joking.
because I got my guns out and took my top off. To be fair,
I mean, to be fair.
Johnny.
Yeah.
And of course, the prize this week is a year's subscription to Pilates.
Take my subscription.
Oh, brilliant. Right, so that's the end of the show. We've got, so that's not the right command. I'm clever. Tickets, that's the one. Cool. So we've got a show on Sunday. Ian Lane and Laura Monmouth doing the possibly the first hybrid speedrun comedy show, as well as some shorter segments from their solo shows. So tickets are available for that via Outsavvy, as well as tickets for our February show, which is on the 12th of February, featuring headliner Anna Thomas. There are very few tickets remaining to that, so if you want to come to that, make sure you book it now. It's a fucking good lineup. Anna Thomas is great. We've got Vince Atter opening, and I'm also there. So if you if that hasn't swayed you, those are and if you can't see that one live, that will be streaming here on Twitch, so do give us a follow if you're not already. And we'll be doing this show next on Monday the 26th of February at 7:30 p.m. UK time with myself, Katie Mitchell, Tom Short, Mary Cross, Ben Hodge, Patrick Healy and Charlotte Cropper, and we'll be discussing the news events from February, including the Tories forgetting to campaign for Wellingborough and Kingswood by-elections and actually win more votes as a result, Lee Anderson resigning as Lee Anderson to protest having to be Lee Anderson, and Nigel Farage lobbying for mandatory army subscription in the UK, but for Russia's army. See you next time, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Stack Barney Walsh.